Yeah, and just for anyone in chat who's confused why they need that, it's because for the seeding, it's very, very fragile. Any difference whatsoever, specifically in this case, he needs the log because it'll spawn the like radar scanner on the map, which can change the loot and just mess with the general seeding. And it looks like everyone is starting, so I think we've got that figured out.
Yeah, we actually just had an incident with that over at Risk of Resources. There was a race where I believe it was Verdant Falls. One of the racers did not have the logbook unlocked, and they ended up getting a watch printer when no one else had one. And they also got a volcanic egg instead of, I believe, a radar scanner. So there was this huge commotion there that we had to figure out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was just a few days ago.
And looks like they're using the hack beacon on the shrine. Looks like basically everybody did that. So interesting to see how racers will kind of do the same thing in these situations.
Men, thank you so much for the $10. Do appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. The hacking beacon being on the slot 1 actually makes it a little bit more tough to pull off speed shooting. We actually see TyLore, who finds a benthic bloom right next to the teleport. So a good thing that we caught the gauntlet patch. That could have messed things up quite a bit.
Not taking it. Stage 1 doesn't really matter too much for speed shooting, I don't think, especially when you have Diablo Strike. For the boss, it can be nice, but you just Diablo it should be fine. Later on, though, they might want to hold on to their hack beacon for a little bit longer. And you can still speed shoot with the M2. It's just a little bit harder.
A little bit. I still can't get it down. I know Cap was in. I said that it's like very difficult for one of the racers to use speed shooting when they lost the M1 beacon with the hack. We had an M1 hacking beacon actually just a few days ago in the other semifinal, but he was like berating in chat for like 15 minutes about, yes, you can do it, it's easy. And I mean, when you're up there in the higher skill level where he's at, maybe that is the case. We'll get to see that perhaps a little bit.
Have you bound sprint to a mouse button?
No.
That helps tremendously with speed shooting. Try that out. I bet you will have a much easier time with it.
We'll see if I do. TyLore getting hit by a few wisps there. It gets down to about 40 health alongside a stone golem getting a clap landing on him. Vagrant, though, will get destroyed by the Diablo Strike. The item is a Genesis Loop.
You got a Gloop in play. We'll see if they use it.
Oh my god.
Probably. It's kind of like a budget Diablo Strike.
Kei
is taking the bloom.
Yeah, and that's kind of scaring me in a little way. Look at that, 2 energy drinks. I believe there might be was it a drink printer? I don't see anyone else with any movement speed. But that speed's gonna be gone by next stage.
Ooh, Cap did get some pennies though, which is gonna help a lot with the looting here. Using this healing beacon to
that's massive.
Kind of get some value out of it.
I think we've seen racers in the past use Shrines of the Woods for penny farms, but I mean, this is a mobile Shrine of the Woods in a way, right? You don't even need the repulsion armor plate. You get really good healing. What is it, like 2.5% health per second? Or is it 5%?
It's decent.
Eclipse.
It's definitely decent. I don't know how much Cap is going to get to use at this stage, because this map tends to not have a lot of loot. But it will definitely help him going forward. And it doesn't look like anyone else has found it yet.
Not yet. It's that, or maybe Kei saw it and printed it away for speed if there was a speed printer. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's one. And Goji's to like the left of where Goji's looking.
Yeah, right next to spawn. Bloom. It'll be interesting to see how it varies, because TyLore might still pick it up. I don't know yet, but he definitely saw it and is holding off for now.
If I'm any of
Cap
these racers,
doesn't have it either.
I am not picking that up with that speed printer in there. Captain and movement speed are like one of the biggest issues. And yes, there is a Gorax Opus, which could. There's a Brain Stalks from a Chant Shrine.
Oh.
First hit. Everyone who walks by that, it's going to have a lot of Diablos while they're on the planet.
Yeah, that is a lot of Diablos. Oh yeah, there is a drink printer back there.
Yeah, right by spawn. And just from seeing that, right, if I knew that was there, I would do everything not to pick up the bloom. Because Diablo
Cap
Strike
going into
Captain can be a really fast run, right? If you don't die at all, we see the first bloom reroll up on K's screen. The movement speed's still there, thankfully. But gets Aegis and Alien Head, so
Ew.
not really a
Not
whole lot.
fantastic.
What? Brain stocks and spare drone parts. I guess it's because of the
Okay.
different items from having the ignition tank. The ignition tank that no one else had, drone parts is on the list of items there. Right, Kate, who got rid of a few things.
Okay, well that is gonna make a big difference. Having a drone man is gonna help quite a bit, I imagine.
I think so
Getting
too.
that quail too.
That does mean that K's eventually, if K gets I'm not sure if it goes by specific item or if it goes by item quality or like type of item, right? So if it takes like the next green damage item and turns it into drone parts, or if it just looks for ignition tank and then turns that into it. But regardless, the next, I do believe that the next green attack item that K has will go into drone parts. Right, we see the wax quail on Goji, and that's going to turn into Alien Head.
Is it seeded in the public mod?
It is not seeded in the public mod, but we have a patch that the racers installed. That was actually the thing that Goji was missing up until about now.
Okay.
And Goji with spare drone parts, not punished for picking that up. Oh, it's actually going to get Wax Quail again? Yeah, we see the spare drone parts. We also see ICBM as another green item. A green damage item that turns into that as well.
Okay.
So two huge items. If we could see a Plasma Shrimp on some of these people that picked up Bloom. Right, the only one not to have taken Bloom was TyLore. TyLore, who's going to be able to keep that movement speed. We're actually going to see Goji lose both Quails. It's going to become 2 Alien Heads.
No, that's a shame.
Yeah.
You definitely want to keep those quails on Captain. Goji just went straight for Teleporter. I imagine Goji is just going to look for drones here. Maybe even hold on to the Opus, or give it to an equipment drone, because that could be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Just get to Moon at this point. Go full drone build.
Yeah, with looking at the stage order, right? We have Wetland Aspect, which this stage is the only stage 2 where you can still find healing drones and gunner drones. They're super common, they're really cheap. This is like the perfect stage to have Drone Man in hand, right? K doesn't know that Drone Man's up in line. If there's a bunch of drones here, not going to be able to get them until Sundered Grove, the next best stage for finding them. I mean, you go to Sulfur Pools, the only drones you're getting there, I believe, are Equipment and Incinerator, which are expensive, and I guess the Equipment drones are easy to set up, but oh, that can actually be... That's interesting. We could maybe see some interesting equipment drone setups, right? You were talking about the Gorax Opus, but we could see some others.
Opus,
we could see,
yeah.
Gubo, we could see... I think that was drone... What's the one with a bunch of the little drones? The backup? Could be seeing that.
The backup, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Opus is up there, though. In terms of equipment drone potential.
Double bleed found for Goji. Not sure again when that item is going to go away in the Benthic Bloom order. TyLore, if TyLore finds it though, the one individual who did not grab Bloom, right, has a chance to set up a really good speed shoot. 1 bleed is nice on Captain, but 2, now you're stacking numbers.
Yeah. 2 is perfect, especially with the speed shooting.
And K with 2 ignition tanks has it go into drone parts and drone parts. Boom. Ice Band
And
from
Goji's
Crit. Ice Band
Goji
from
getting
Crit.
the Ice Band, and 3 Aegises. Wonderful.
Oh no. Aegis counts as a utility and a healing item. So it looks like regarding the order, right? Because it didn't see the specific thing, the setup for Alien Head. And instead said, alright, well, I see a bunch of quails. Let's have some Aegis. Were there 2 Aegises or 3? How is there 3 Aegis?
Because he had 3 quails.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. No, that had to have been something else.
There's a watch printer on this stage.
But you know what else they found? They also have a vase.
Ooh, okay.
A vase found in a equipment try shop, I
Huge.
believe.
Everybody should find that.
Yeah, and that's just going to be TP to TP then. I mean, you can already Diablo Strike yourself up if you really need it. Oh, Recycler as well. But
I mean, it's kind of on top. I don't know. It might be out of the way. It depends on how they loot. But hopefully everybody finds that one. I'm a little interested to see how Tyler's run is going to differ here.
well, what do we know about this stage, right? The racers eventually end up with Ice Band. We know that's a part. But we also know that TyLore does have access to a crowbar near teleport. We saw on Goji, they just picked one up earlier. Construct is a stage 3 TP boss. Uh-oh.
All right.
Now, the good news is that, you know, I was talking all about don't take the bloom because you're going to lose movement speed. They're getting lucky. They have not lost those energy drinks. And as long as they keep picking up items, the chance that those drinks are going to be selected by the bloom is going to be, you know, less and less.
Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, there's a good chance it could happen, right? Goji didn't go too much into the speed knowing that. And sadly also lost all the quails, all turned to Aegis. And the bright side, right, with the healing beacon and 3 Aegis, you get 1.5 times healing. And Tiberius,
it is good.
Actually...
Unfortunately, though, Goji did place down both beacons, so cannot speed shoot here.
Oh, but watch this. Watch
this.
Oh, come on, get back in the circle, Goji. I want to see that triple Aegis action. No.
Cap is doing a little bit more damage just because of the speed shooting aspect. Trying to land those Diablos, very hard to do with Z constructs.
Yeah, you have
super unpredictable. You can kind of manipulate them. And that is a +5.
A +5 on Goji. Goji, who tried to use the vase to escape the Z construct laser, had the Genesis loop 1 second away, not even a second away from proccing. It was there. It was ready.
Oh, and another one on Cap.
Oh! How did that happen?
I don't know. I was looking at Goji. I imagine it was Z construct related, though. Yeah, this is a really tough one.
Has easy access to speed shooting now.
Hey, now, that is true. Goji can speed shoot.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. So, I don't know. I think Kei's looking pretty good here at this point. It's still kind of early. A lot can happen. But
Kei is done with the was done with the construct, right? Never died. It took a little bit of curse, right? But other than that, right, with two spare drone parts, those things shoot really fast. And not dead yet, but no way!
Oh no!
The glacial enemy freezes midair, gets stuck in velocity hell, and takes a +5 from fall damage. That hurts.
That hurts my soul.
Oh my god! And now the only person with that happening who hasn't taken a death as Cap is about to pulls off a gloop. With 3 energy drinks, right?
Z construct down. Tyler is the only one that still has to deal with it. So hopefully he can get through this without +5ing. Good news is 3 out of 4 racers +5 tier. So it's not a huge deal. Kei certainly has a big advantage at this point, though, being the only one that didn't.
Oh, Tyler nicely landing that Genesis loop on that Z construct and all the other enemies.
Good crit gloop there.
You could say a fuel cell. That's going to be good for extra movement speed and microbots shooting faster as well.
Well, hopefully he finds the base.
It should be obvious. I think it's right as soon as you spawn in. I saw it right that try shop at the way center. It sticks out like a sore thumb. I think you can even see it on the teleporter.
We got safer spaces in a void cradle.
And that's going to be for
Kei picking that up.
Yeah, everyone with the bloom,
and
right?
a soulbound catalyst for Cap.
There's a launch printer.
There's another one with an encrusted key up top.
That could mean a million things, all of which are typically pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Dio's best friend from Benthic. Let's see what item took it.
Oh, that's lovely to get right after +5ing.
Oh, the fuel cell turns into one for K.
That is really good for K here.
Yeah, and Goji as well.
K just needs to finish in a decent time at this point.
Oh, you're so right. Safer Spaces still has the movement speed. If K loses that speed, it could have really hurt. We haven't seen the ICBM in any of the other racers, other than Cap.
Interesting.
And now with double laser scope, even, did we see any crit on Cap? No, because it all turned to Ice Band. Right, that was one of the other things down the line.
This is looking great for K.
TyLore did find the vase, did find a crowbar. Is going to heal up and use the caffeinator that he found over here to walk on over to this void cradle. Is going to hit it. Doesn't want to walk too close to the sulfur pods. Gets encrusted key, looked at the watch printer, decided, I'm Captain, I don't have a feather. I think I'm going to abstain from that, and walks away from there. Heals up again, takes another drink, and takes the base.
Okay.
So all the racers
Goji taking
here
down stage 4 boss.
Oh yeah.
Seems pretty simple. Just a regular Stone Titan, Diablo, speed shoot. Both will get the job done. And Tyler is on to stage 4 now.
TyLore, who does not have the extra life, who has that +5 down, right? Every death that TyLore takes is going to hurt. And also, keep in mind, didn't find the other Void Cradle. Does not have safer spaces.
Yeah.
We'll have access, I believe it was Polyloot, another encrusted key, and something else. And with that, I think that's just going to take TyLore really far behind some of the others unless that movement speed goes away.
I think Tyler is definitely at a disadvantage here, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities for him to get like second or third in this loadout. Basically, he just has to not die. He has a +5, but so do 2 other racers. Mithrix fight is going to be really fast no matter what.
These energy
Although
drinks are
he doesn't
not
have
leaving.
those ice bands, so that's going to be a bit of an issue for
Oh,
Mithrix
really?
damage.
Yeah, they turn into the laser scopes. I guess with some crit, if it can be found, could be nice as long as it doesn't get taken away. Right? You land a crit Diablo and Mithrix instantly dies if you're Cap.
Mm-hmm.
K, who just got the stage 5, still hasn't lost the energy drinks. There's only really going to be one other stage, one other opportunity or chance for those to line up and be taken away. If they're not, the balloon play is just cracked somehow. It really plays off here. There's safer spaces, there's Opal, there's a Dio's best friend, an ICBM fireworks in there.
Drone Man.
And Grandparent.
Yeah.
It's the TP
Are there
boss.
bonus points?
Yes, there are. Old bonus point system is in place.
So 5 minutes ahead,
Yes.
you get bonus points?
5 and then
Okay.
10. For the 2.
5 and then 10. K, I think, is looking at some here, if he can get through this, which I think is very likely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've got an extra life, even. If you die, it's not like you have... Oh, I guess there's 2 watches there. We'll have to see what K loses, but... K can just purchase drone parts. Or drones, not necessarily the parts. Already has 2 parts, right? Grab a few drones. Phase 1's going to be a piece of cake. Phase 2 is going to be a piece of cake. Line up... And that's assuming you don't one-shot Mithrix.
Yeah.
Right, all it
Or
takes
very
is a Polyloot
nearly
proc.
one-shot him.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of damage no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the vase. Only one that doesn't have a +5 and is in the lead. That's going to be hard to contend with. I think we're kind of looking at second here.
Yeah. I mean, K could take 2 deaths and still be ahead. And it's going to be even more.
For Goji.
Yeah, just took a whole, like, was cooked well done by that Elder. Whole
Luckily, he did have that Dio.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting on Goji, right? With that Dio, does not take a +5. It's not 10 minutes behind. It's not over for Goji because of that. Goji found had an ATG convert, I believe. If that ICBM ever pops up, right? As there's another energy drink printer for these Benthic players, right? Just having another solution at movement speed, which is good for Goji. Goji, who only had one energy drink walking in, and Kei does not lose energy drink. Ends up getting Warhorn, loses crit. Has watches turned into razor wire, so it's minus 40% damage right there. And loses gasoline, which isn't a big deal. So Kei's still in a really good position with that ice band and with that polyloop. You just double.
Getting a red whip here too.
Kei should be probably trying to cook up Diablos, right, to enter phase 1 to start that off.
That's true. He could start holding it now. Maybe get 2 off. I don't think Kei's gonna do that though. Kei
it's such a
generally
good
likes
idea,
to do
though.
the 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a cooking fan just because I'm really bad at cooking. I use a microwave, and that's about as far as I go. But
Oh my god.
if you just land 1 polyloop proc, right, Mithrix dies. And if you have 2 Diablos, it's like double the chance that you can have that happen.
It is. It's not good to like do it while you're up here and like wait for it fully. The time to do it is like when you're waiting down below, because you do only get the band proc on one of them, and the first one is gonna do the bulk of the damage here.
Oh, but
especially with stuff like
Kei wants to
crowbars.
go for the 2. Maybe was thinking about it in hindsight. Forgot about doing it. Was just thinking about the watches that were lost. Right? We look down at Cap. Cap still has a watch. Cap still has the crowbar. What did Cap end up getting? Cap got a Nuka-Hana's Opinion. That's not a big concern. There's no direct actual healing items that Mithrix could take if somehow phase 4 happens. But yeah, see what Cap is doing? This is what you want to be doing. Hold on to the Diablo. Only has 20 seconds before cooking is ready. Is almost entirely caught up to Kei because of that. And TyLore takes death number 1. Oh, wait, no.
Okay.
Took death number 1 a while ago. Is still at 18 health, though. Lost watches.
Yeah.
Hanging on, though.
So go long though. Put down that healing beacon. Or maybe he's trying to gloop here.
You know, I think the glooping is actually not too bad.
Oh yeah,
As
that
long
was
as
a
you
lot
just
of
don't
damage.
get hit,
today.
you gotta look out for these wisps. Does have 2 repulsion armor plates, though, so the wisps aren't gonna like instantly kill. Here we go. There's
Let's look at
Cap's,
Cap's Diablo here.
1 polyloop proc will do it. Oh,
And
crowbar.
he
Crowbar
is
crit. I think it was a crit.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Or
does Cap even have?
Polyloot
to
or
crit?
something.
I was 30k.
It was maybe Polyloot.
Would you see the other damage numbers? I only saw 1 number pop up.
No, it kind of lagged for me.
Oh.
Speed shooting these ads very well. Cap really bringing it back here. Kei still probably gonna win, but Cap can definitely deny Kei bonus points here. I think that's pretty likely.
Yeah, all Cap has to do is finish in real time ahead of Kei. We look at the actual time on their screens, right? It's only like a 2-second difference. So pretty much synced up. Gonna finish off phase 2 before Kei's done. Is trying to line up the phase 3 skip.
Yeah. Getting ready for it. Very nice speed shooting here. Great technique.
And very nice glooping. TyLore, who entered into the Genesis loop zone, right, held on the whole time throughout the TP event. And just kept glooping and glooping and glooping.
Yeah, very nice. Cap
Never
missed that
died?
Diablo in the center. Luckily, does have 2 alien heads, so it's only, I think, like a 22-second cooldown. So it's
There
a
could
little
be a
bit
1%.
easier to
Didn't
recover
get it in
from.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Okay, we'll see how he recovers from this. One thing you can do, I don't think he's going to go for this. In this situation, if you really want to Diablo him first, like get crowbar value or whatever, you can actually use the saw tech spot and try to get him trapped in that little corner, and just cook a Diablo there.
Oh, I think that would be way too hard, though, with these drones.
It might be. But yeah, now he's in pizza. This makes setting up for it a little bit easier. Oh, and...
Oh, Goji has ICBM with the ATG. TyLore cooking up
also-
Diablo.
Also missed the Diablo. Start of phase 3.
TyLore could
So.
use the vase now. I guess is waiting for the other vase?
Ooh. Going up with Goji. Basically the same time. But Goji's already cooking, which is doing the right thing.
Oh, it needs to look out for fall damage. Was using
they
the other
both
one
are.
for that. Wants to
Oh,
hold
nice.
on to,
Missing that safer spaces.
yeah. If TyLore
Really
plays
hurting
this
them.
well, though, right, is a whole 30 seconds ahead, right, started before everyone else.
He is. I do want to take note that Goji placed the Diablo a little bit higher on the bubble, which is the right thing to do. You can get a little bit more centered in Mithrix's hitbox, which does more damage. So it's always good to aim at the top. You can see
Nice, yeah,
TyLore
gets
kind of
that
aimed
sweet
at the
spot.
bottom
And not a sweet spot for TyLore, yeah.
and did not
ATG,
do a
though,
lot of damage
ATG came
there.
out on TyLore. It's chasing Mithrix, and it doesn't do that much damage because it wasn't a sweet spot. Well,
Sad.
Cap is done with phase 3. Just speed shooting Mithrix a little bit. Finishes him off. It's going to have the fastest real time. Is likely going to be able to deny
And
bonus
let's
points.
see what happens with K. And K is done too.
Yeah, just needs to do phase 4. Could die here, though. Hypothetically, right? If K dies during phase 4, which I highly doubt will happen, K still has beacon for speed shoot. Should be pretty easy. It's not like there's going to
Yeah.
be empathy cores or anything like that that pop up.
This should be an easy win for K here. But Cap just barely has denied him bonus points, so that's definitely a good thing. And Cap was not expecting to win this one. I think Cap said he was expecting to get in last place, so having a clean second is pretty good.
I think for all these racers, they got really lucky in a way with the benthic bloom. The river kept flowing and flowing and flowing. Right, we look at
Yeah.
TyLore, who still had a pretty good run when all is said and done. Outside of that glacial death that happened, items were pretty good, but the benthic, getting the drone parts, keeping the speed, getting ice bands and ICBM. There was an ATG that was kept on Goji. Getting that Dio's best friend. Right, so many good items that were found and what was
Yeah.
lost. Right, I guess watches on K. That was about it.
Another win for Bloom.
What do you say?
I would say.
It's a common Bloom W or a little bit more rare. Oh, it's
I
Goji?
honestly,
Goji gets the Diablo. ATGs go flying. Mithrix is dead
it's probably like
and it's done.
70-30 with Bloom.
Yeah.
I think 70% of the time it's good, 30% of the time it just dicks you over. Anyway, should we bring Cap in here?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Hey,
Yo, yo.
Hey,
so you got a pretty clean second place.
This is real time.
I was thinking at least third or
No, well, so 3 people plus 5. K did not. You did deny him bonus
Alright.
points. So
Okay.
All
Even with the
deaths
plus one,
were
you
from
did pretty
the
well. Yeah.
Xi constructs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that was the issue with the run.
It was-
Just a
it was
horribly
phase
designed
one.
enemy.
Captain
you were able
and
to
phase
Xi.
one?
one-shot him in phase 1, and K had to deal with him a little bit longer.
Oh. Did no crowbar?
Goji had crowbar and got the one shot, I believe. Goji had probably the
Okay.
cleanest Mithrix fight. Skipped
Nice.
phase 3 and everything.
It had a good
Ooh.
fight.
Everyone
Bring K in
blinked?
here.
Everyone
not
except TyLore. TyLore was, I'm assuming, concerned about losing movement
Unfortunate.
speed, but everyone
Yeah.
else, I mean, it was, in a way, it was a really risky gamble. Captain and no speed can always end terrible, but it just never went away.
All right,
Yep.
should we bring K in here?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta look at Kate's time. I wasn't
K. Hello.
Hello.
looking. Yo.
Congratulations. You did get first.
Holy. Oh, thank God. Oh,
Scary drone man run.
Yeah.
that is a scary drone man run.
Okay, you're the
drones until
only
stage 4.
one that did not plus 5.
Oh, okay. So I get bonus points?
No. Cap finished first
Ah.
real time.
Unfortunate.
Thankfully.
It was kind of sad
Yeah,
seeing
man,
everyone plus 5 and then getting Dio immediately after.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we got over the captain run, man. That was the worst part of the day, honestly.
Yeah, at least it wasn't one of those 3-hour captain runs where you die 50 times.
Yeah.
I don't do those.
Oh, really?
That's
Let me show you something sometime. It's really cool.
All right.
Actually, I've had one of those in a race. Never mind.
Goji.
Yo.
So we've got all three of the benthic users. You got in the third, by the way.
Oh, nice.
With the +5, right? It was a little bit slower than Cap, who also had a death. Everyone except K died during the Zai Construct fight. TyLore, though, takes death number 2 during phase 2. Hit by the Wisps one too many times.
What did K get?
Would have been a 2754. So.
Okay, so not that much faster. Yeah, I was finishing the run and I was like, well, that was just horrible, man. Like, I figured nobody else took the benthic because there was a speed printer stage 1.
That's what I was thinking, but
Nah.
no one got
Man,
punished.
I kept it. I kept it the entire time. You guys too.
Nobody
Yeah,
got
I got
punished.
kept the speed.
Yeah,
Kept
there
the
was
quail, kept the
I
red
spent-
whip.
no.
Yeah,
Everyone
same.
got Aegis, right? Everyone except Goji,
yeah.
who did not get an Aegis, but Aegises, got 3 of them.
Yeah, I got 3.
Yeah,
For
that-
some odd
well,
reason,
was that
didn't
your
get the
quails?
alien head until much later.
Alien Head isn't that great, honestly.
Dude, the
Nah.
only reason I did bad this run is because I like looked for drones. I could have just not looked
Same,
for
and
drones the whole run,
Stage
and I would have
3
just
had
been
not
like,
a single drone.
It was
dude,
just, it was until stage 4, right? It was 2 of them.
I got
I
one on
didn't get
4
one on
and
stage
one on
4.
5.
There was
I got
one
one on 4 and one
underneath
on 5.
TP, kind of, and one like underneath
the
the
roof.
big tree on stage 4.
Yeah. I got the roots one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just nothing.
All right, let's see what
Oh,
TyLore
yeah.
can do with this.
In stage 3 especially.
Oh, is he trying to cook?
Can
He's
it-
trying to cook a double Diablo
Turn
on
to
phase
2?
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, did you guys
Yeah,
see my
that
face
didn't,
first?
like-
Yeah, that was sick.
Right?
Was it M1?
Yeah.
Nice.
I like speed shot into the spot he would be.
Yeah, ended
Oh, yeah.
phase 2 and then Mithrix just died. It was actually kind of insane. No fireband. Managed to pull it off.
Yeah, Goji, you probably had
Yo.
the cleanest fight out of everybody.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Cap,
Should-
did you get the phase 3 Diablo? Or Goji?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You got it, Goji? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, it's hard to time with the drones.
Oh, but TyLore's gonna get it. Here we go. A double Diablo to
TyLore's
start
back.
phase 3. Perfectly landed. Does not get polyloop proc though. Or ATGs.
Damn.
So that is.
The second one just kinda does nothing, no? It did like 10 damage.
It doesn't do that much just because of all the adaptive armor, but what can be good about it is just being able to do things like polyloop procs and ATGs.
Yeah.
Right, an ATG it takes a few seconds. He loses some of that adaptive
Yeah.
armor.
Other got an
I don't
ATG.
know. Was it
I
worth
waited
losing
for-
30 seconds there,
Yeah,
though?
no, it wasn't.
No,
I
no,
did the
no.
same for phase 1. I was like, yeah, let's cook it, and the second one did like nothing.
That was interesting,
was
Kay.
like,
you
I
decided
was
to
questioning myself if it like even hit.
you
like, it
decided to
could've
start
cooked it earlier, I
cooking.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I like was like realizing, yo, if Alien had it's like less time. As I was going up. But yeah, I guess I would have gotten a bonus point if I didn't do it.
Should have got the crowbar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crowbar.
Yeah, I didn't get it, but I feel like I would have lost that at least. Surely you don't keep
Nope.
everything you
I
need.
kept crowbar and
I
two
kept it.
worlds.
Oh man.
Oh, you had 2 bands? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kevin,
got
that's
only
what
one
I'm saying.
band.
I had 2 bans the
Alright.
entire run, and I
Well, that's
just
why he has
was
the
like,
cleanest fight.
yeah.
wow, just had a real.
Yeah.
Cap, did you crit
It's
phase
playing
1
on
or was that
easy
a
mode.
polyloop proc?
I think it was just a straight hit. 1 AP, 1 crowbar,
Oh, that's
1
yeah.
watch.
Yeah, that
Yeah, the one
sounds
watch AP. That,
like-
that makes sense.
Oh, you had what? I lost watches on Moon. I lost 2 watches
Oh,
for a radar wire.
Yeah.
Holy.
I probably
gotta be
grabbed too many items or enough items to.
Yeah.
Stop.
that's where you got ahead, Cap, because K was ahead basically the entire run, but then you just finished phase 1 quicker.
Mm,
Yeah, my phase 1 took a while. I missed.
As Diablo
yeah,
captain for
wow.
you.
Yeah.
TyLore actually, I mean, despite the 1 death in phase 2, actually didn't have too like bad in terms of items, right? Had a lot of movement speed, didn't have a feather, but found opal, forgot to, or didn't see the other void cradle. So missed out on safer spaces.
That's
Um,
rough.
Mm.
And
It's
while
just a benthic though.
having Polyloot, had ATG, had the crowbar, some bleed.
Good build. Just not a bloom build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't take.
Yeah.
Didn't pick up the
Okay, for
drone
every
and
one
void
of
items
these
stage
builds, to be
Yeah.
fair, for every one of these that you find, there's like one build where you find 10 Aegises, a Ben's raincoat,
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
in racing, you just kind of have to. I feel like, especially
again,
like top racers.
I think it's 70-30 with Bloom.
You get like one
The
stompers,
time
one
you
drone
don't is when
man.
you already have a really strong build and you're just
Yeah.
like, you already have your win conditions set. But in
Oh,
like
look at
this run
that!
where it's
Using
like,
the look at what TyLore did. Exited out immediately, kind of jumped onto
Yeah.
the chain,
That is crazy.
dropped off.
actually.
That was smooth.
That-
Look at
if that was planned.
It's good
Been
positioning.
practicing that. I like that.
should I restart my game now and do the reload cheat unlocks or?
Just
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and do that now.
Okay.
A good first loadout. I know everyone was worried about Cap.
Yeah,
so
dude, Captain.
gotta feel
man,
good
I was
to get
I
that.
mean, it was
out.
only just
I
one
need to, like,
horribly designed
go to
enemy.
sleep again.
Yeah, everything else was easy.
I mean, for me, it was
Nah,
my
that
fault
enemy
though. I
was
didn't save
fine.
my speed shooting. I spent my thing on the
I
vase.
didn't have speed shooting either, man. Just auto attack to death.
It
You
just
used
killed
your
me.
healing beacon too?
You want to know
I
how
don't know. How to,
TyLore
I don't know how to use
I
both
did,
things.
yeah, but I can't
I did
speed
use
shoot
it.
it anyway. I used both.
It's
Goji
super
was able
easy
to get
speed shoot, just the secondary.
150% Aegis healing value, so it was actually getting more barrier per second than would be getting health per second. It was actually really crazy.
Mm.
And
It's
it
a
did
good
absolutely nothing. TyLore died when he went on a vent while glooping, killed a glacial enemy, was stuck, and then got frozen, which knocked him out, and he died of fall damage.
That's pretty good.
It finishes up at a 46-36.
Mm,
Go ahead and
got
pull-
negative bonus points. Sorry, that was
That'd be
Yeah,
wild.
minus
So
2, man. Get the fuck.
Yeah, welcome in, TyLore.
Hey.
So, as you can tell with everyone else in here, you did get in fourth because they took the Benthic, which is incredibly crazy. Like, you would think, oh, you're just going to lose speed and have a bad run. Well, Benthic, being Benthic, ended up giving them drone parts pretty early on. It gave some of them
Stage
ICBM.
2.
It gave them a Dio's best friend, some alien heads. Is there anything else I was missing?
I mean, also
Also-
it was just the drone man and the Dios.
Well, also safer spaces on stage 3.
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretty
that's-
big
that's
too.
Oh man. Okay.
Talk to us about your stage 3 death.
That was the craziest death I've ever had in my entire 2,100 hours of playing this game.
That was oh my god. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I hope there's a clip of that somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
one, I'm sure.
He jumped into a geyser right as like a freezing enemy died, and it froze him right as he got to the top and
Well,
launched him off
it was the
cliff.
gloop. The gloop went off,
It was
which
the
killed
gloop.
everything. And then, since all the glacial enemies died right in front, right, there was nothing in terms of health-wise. It was just a death sentence.
Yeah, that was rough. A lot of people did die on that fight, but that was definitely the most tragic one.
I was so close to my gloop going off and saving me. Like, man.
TyLore actually pulled off a stage 5 gloop build. It was just glooping all stage 5.
Yeah, because there's no healing. Except for my healing beacon, which I forgot about until the Mithrix fight, so...
Hey, honestly though,
It's
I mean
pretty
that
nice
gloop
stage
was
one with the
killing all
pennies.
all the constructs and everything else. Cap, I think you were the only one that kept the pennies and like didn't print them away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you got
I
kind
was
of lucky with that
debating
speed
just getting
printer,
rid of
too.
it.
Well, you win
Yeah.
that speed printer and you just didn't lose them.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
All right, so current standings. I know there's a lot more loadouts to go through, and I know Goji now has the Verdant Falls unlock. But Kei's in first place currently with 3 points. Cap, you're in second at 2. Goji, you have 1 point, and TyLore, well, there's 4 more loadouts to go, so plenty of time to catch
Oh
up.
man, I think one loadout was enough. No, this showed like where everyone.
Yeah, I'm
is.
fine just stopping here.
Yeah. We can pack it in for the day.
If we can get 75% of the people to agree on that, we'll.
You know, I want to. That's the thing. I want to agree with it. Can't though. My sponsor told me I had to play 5.
Damn.
Sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Who do you
Can
get?
I reverse sponsor you? I pay double and you agree.
Ooh, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you on that one.
Did we all play this
I'm
loadout
ready.
yesterday? Like literally this exact loadout.
Yeah,
which
and
is
I
insane.
won. I got like a 31 and would have gotten double bonus points. So
All right.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes today, though.
Yeah, surely better.
Yeah, multi-time. It's time for AI-generated multi. Take 2. I think the other semi-final also had one kind of like this, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Couldn't you have
Ready.
not like chosen different loadouts? You need another captain, really.
I'll put a message in the group chat when to begin. Best of luck. Technical difficulties of one of the racers, believe it or not. But here we are, loadout
starting.
So you were talking about 45 minutes for, you got first or second place in that again? I forget.
The multi yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it was like first or second. I'm not sure. I think I played it before Kay did.
Okay.
He might have. I think he was saying that he got first, and I believe him.
Sure. I mean, Kay would always say something like that, though. Kay could have a
Well, it was-
500-minute run and just claim first.
But like my time was really bad, so it tracks totally.
We'll see. These stages aren't the worst in the world per se. We have Abandoned Aqueduct on stage 2. Technically, if they really want to, if the pots are super easy, they do have the option to get Renowned and Kajaro banned. Scorched Acres to make it a little bit of an easier entrance leading up to stage 4.
Yeah.
But by the time stage 4 rolls around, if they don't have a good build, I actually fear for some of these racers'
well,
future.
I mean, I think it helps that this wasn't a scrim yesterday. I think what happened yesterday, there specifically with this loadout, there were a lot of +5s, and it was because people just went way too fast in the early game, and then by the time they got to stage 4 and 5, like Goji, I think got to stage 4 like 12 minutes,
Oh my.
and then ended up leaving stage 5 around like 32.
So
just
what
to
you're
give you an
telling me-
idea of how long the late game was for Goji there.
What you're telling us
So I
is
think they've kind of learned a lesson. and
learning a
hopefully they'll
lesson, but
loot up
look
a
at
little bit more.
Cap. Cap with this. Was Cap in the scrim yesterday as well?
I think so, yeah.
Interesting. Already starting stage 1 TP with Beetle Guard at 2 minutes in, only got a healing drone, which is good. It's, dare I say, great for multi. It's at least some form of healing, albeit not the greatest amount, as I don't know if you're getting some buffering down there. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Cap. That's the classic blunder. That is the classic blunder. And types in hosting. If you have hosting on your bingo.
Power mode?
Nope, neither. Can't do either. And
Okay.
takes a
well,
+5.
I don't think it's going to be the last +5.
That is fair. It really hurts though for a loadout like this.
It
When you
does.
die
Morale-wise.
2 minutes in, right? You spawn in, it's Beetle Queen, you have your healing drone, it's like, alright, let's attack this. Let's go right for the jugular on this loadout here and just get it over with, get it done.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be fast, right? Because it's kind of a counterplay. If the items are really good, yes, all these racers just had a really bad scrim with this loadout, so they might be wanting to play super slow, right? None of them have activated TP until just now as Kay is activating it. If the items were all good, and they could still be all good, right? We see Shuriken right out the gate. Could be actually the right play. It's sort of this weird counterplay, but now.
Well, I'll say this. Cap specifically did not do well with this loadout in the scrim yesterday. I think he had like a 72-minute run with like with a bunch of +5s included.
Yeah, even actually having to hit a Shrine to the Woods just for the extra healing. Loses out on $25. That's -1 chest.
So, yeah, I think at this point, Cap is probably going to play it kind of slow. I think it helps having the recent experience. And again, this is exactly why scrimming is so important. Oh no!
It just happened to TyLore as well. And you know what's happening is that these racers are using the saw. They're using the saw, and they're like, well, I need to use all my abilities to maximize damage. So then they press shift, but the saw pulls them into a weird angle that they don't realize is actually behind the Beetle Queen. And then they just slam off a cliff.
Yeah. That's
So Goji and Kay, the only two
unfortunate.
not to have that done.
And losing an elixir there too sucks.
Yeah.
It could have been an extra mocha, but he chose to hold on to it, and it didn't end up mattering.
Yeah, it's also kind of interesting, neither of them having that that power mode backup right after the transport modes, because they're in the power mode and they go from that right with the saw straight into the transport. So just from doing that, right, neither of them had that 100 armor opportunity to be able to have a chance of surviving. And they both probably think that they're the only person that did that. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
they're
the same time,
playing at the very least, right? They're still playing at least for third. But, I mean, we still got 4 stages to go.
I mean, in the last loadout, 3 people +5, and people were still able to get points on the board. So you kind of just gotta let it not get to you. Play the best you can. And these guys know like how hard this loadout is too, from yesterday. I think they would probably expect others to +5 as well.
Yeah,
And Goji's on a stage 2.
And went all in on Mochas. I don't blame Goji for that. I think having that movement speed's really valuable. I think having the attack speed, right? Those rebars come out super slow. You have to use that slam if you want to get some DPS in.
Yeah. Everybody went into it a fair bit except K, which I don't know. I think he probably just didn't want to take the time to go down there. But keeping 2 stakes, I feel like the Mocha would have been the right play there. Maybe he's hoping that there will be like a proper speed printer or something.
And
later
Cap
on.
goes for a blue portal, which kind of scares me in a sense, right? Because Cap bought 4 drones, right? There were nothing but drones on that distant race. There was like 5 items tops, and that was it. And Cap hits the portal, wants to try and see if he can see what's in there, won't be able to. Doesn't have the nail gun to boost forward or anything. Didn't have enough Mochas. So that could have been spare drone parts in there, and we just won't know. If it is down the line, could be bad, but maybe, right, super down the line, we could be seeing the drone parts then, which could be good. Cap needs to get this button down, and does. That was a god pot spot, right?
It is a very good one. Goji's going down right now.
Oh, no.
Get bans.
Oh, my. Okay, that healing drone was angled just perfectly for the Beetle Guard to sunder and break all the pots for Cap. There was no more pot.
That's so tilting.
And yeah, that's -2 bans right there, or -3 minutes. Oh, well, that was for K, not Cap.
Yeah, there's another one kind of nearby, but it'll take like probably 30 to 45 seconds to get it over there.
Yeah.
And he had it on the button too.
Yeah, it was solid. Took really quick. Just walked away. The healing drone just not in a good position, and with a few unlucky spawns. Right, we do see Goji, who had gotten it done. Already getting the fire band, about to get the ice band. There we go.
And this is going to be extremely necessary. I think if anybody does not go for bans here, they're going to have a tough time. I think they really need them here.
I mean, I would say 99, 98% chance, yeah. You never know when there's just going to be some random god printer or some random just Giga Red item like the stompers or drone parts or behemoth.
Yeah.
But even then, right, you still need those green items. There are no green items really popping up, so even just at that, right, getting those 2 bans in, not much to work with towards the end of stage 2. We see, I guess there's a harpoon over by the pots, over by Tyler. Tyler's trying to get the pot on the button. Does get it. And gets a harpoon.
And Cap immediately doing teleporter. Probably the plan is to get bans here. What is the next stage?
They got Scorched Acres, so they still got a little bit of
Scorched Acres,
time.
okay.
It's not like they can luck out and go all out with Rally Point Delta with bans and Prion. Goji found a hoof printer.
K could have done. Doing pot after the teleporter is a lot safer.
What is that?
Actually, though?
I mean,
the
what's
drone
going on
almost
with
shot it
Cap?
for Cap there. But generally, it's a lot safer to do it after
Yeah.
the teleporter because of stuff like Beetle Guards just not cooperating. But it is a time save if you can get it done beforehand. So you kind of have to weigh that. But yeah, Yeah, I'm not surprised to see people going for bans here. I think as time has gone on, we've seen bans on this stage utilized less and less. People have gotten faster and optimized runs more.
Yeah, early.
But sometimes it is necessary.
Absolutely. Early on in the hosting league, in the earlier rounds, we would see pot rolling almost happen no matter what. For some of the racers that don't have as much, knowledge of the game down, what they do know is that, hey, if I do take a few minutes, my run's a lot easier. And early on, in terms of loadout racing, it's not so much about going fast, but it's about not dying, right? So you see it a lot then, which is definitely helpful. I think anyone who's just trying to play to live, this is a strategy they should almost always employ. In fact, I don't think there's a time they shouldn't do it. +2 green items is insane, right?
Yeah.
Especially +2 of some of the greatest burst damage items in the game. However, for these racers,
godly.
right, who understand so many mechanics about this game, know how to get so many items per minute, and just understand like the RNG of just, hey, if I just move on about 90 or 80, maybe even just 70% of the time, right, I'm better off just going forward and finding that win condition that just pops up in the form of a printer, in the form of a blue portal, right, whatever it may be. There's a lot of win conditions, and they know about them.
Looks like everyone's going for it. Even Kei, who broke pots, took the time to grab one from the side of the map. I think people are probably getting flashbacks from yesterday and just not having any damage and trying to remedy that by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
But Cap, first one of stage 3. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. Speaking of Cap did not go into the hoof printer at all. Did not go into the slug printer at all. Has the 2 healing drones for healing, which is still not terrible, but again, with multi just being, well, that slow, that has a huge fuel tank, right? 600 hit points to recover, right, to get to max health. I mean, we look up in the top left, Goji at XP level 9, with 720 health. Right? There is the Neural, though, which isn't bad. I think it's...
And
okay, hold up.
The Monster Tooth as well.
There's
Monster
an
Tooth
ATG.
actually is not horrible.
ATG printer,
Ooh.
stage 3.
Oh, it's a printer?
Yeah.
Are they going to want to get rid of bans for that?
I don't think so, not with the RAM on multi, which is something they're probably going to have to rely on a bit to just ban proc with the RAM, deal like that 2000% damage or however much it does. I'm not sure whenever you hit like a heavy enemy, it doesn't say how much extra it does, but I know it does a lot more than just going through a normal enemy. If they find a scrapper or something, I think it's totally worth going for.
Yeah, I do.
There's a lot of green items that some of the racers have gotten, right? That Harpoon can go, the shipping request form can go, Squid Polyp, say goodbye to that, and maybe some of the other green items on the stage. If you can get 4, 5, 6 ATGs, pair that up with those bans, and Shuriken, right, for extra chances to proc, could be really good.
Goji has already hit the teleporter here.
And needs to be careful. Look out for those homing orbs. Okay, it does that. Should be fine. Actually, might not be fine. There's that blazing wisp. Goji needs to be careful of that wisp.
Yeah. Should be fine here. Getting the boss out of the way. Ooh.
Oh, it hit Goji. Yep, that's down to 50 health. Okay. Transport mode's good, though. Isn't it nice having an ability every 6 seconds where you just gain 200 armor?
Oh, I mean, it's crazy. And then you have power mode, too, which is 100 armor.
Now, I almost feel crazy as Goji actually rams out of the Lepton Daisy heal. It's going to miss out on about 100 health. I believe for like the first week or so, power mode actually gave 200 armor, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It was like right as an anniversary update came out. It was the most busted thing ever.
I think it's still busted as hell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so cool, and the devs think so highly of having 2 equipment, which I agree, having 2 equipments is great, but it's not like you play this game with command. It's so hard to find 2 good equipments in a run. I mean, it's hard to find 1 good equipment in a run. Sometimes you just don't find anything until, like, stage 5. And it's like, here you go, here's Supermassive Leech. You're like, oh boy, that's not good at all. But with power mode, right? you don't have to rely on RNG for your build to be good. You just already have a good build. A good setup. Now, maybe not with these two pairings with Rebar Puncher and Saw, but I think, I mean, they're making it work so far. Aside from the fall damage deaths, there really hasn't been much action in terms of dying. They have had pretty easy stages, to be fair.
They've also been taking their time too, though.
Yeah. You know, Kei actually went all in on Hoof Printer, which is an interesting play because you get more damage, right, for being heavy.
Yeah, you do.
So with faster rams means more damage. That's actually kind of funny. Doesn't get the band proc in with that slam. So it's just like 1 second
But
off.
also, not going into the Mocha printer earlier, probably has something to do with that as well. Probably feeling a little bit desperate for speed at this point.
Yeah, hit a whiz.
7 hooves though is quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I mean, what is that? Double speed? It's 14% increase, and 14 times 7. I'm pretty sure it's like 98. I hope.
Something like
Oh
that.
god, I'm casting a match right now, and I just tried math. That's probably wrong. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't even attempt.
Because now I gotta think. Because okay, let's see. What's 10 times 7? That's 70, and then 7 times 4 is 28. Yeah, 98%. I'm good.
It's at least 10% more speed.
Yeah, 98%. There we go. See, I was in honors
10.
math. I'm so good.
You're in your gifted program.
They took us out of class to talk to us about how to deal with being a loser. It was
What?
yeah, they would. Sorry, it's totally out of topic, but they would like talk about how to stand up to bullies making fun of you for being quote unquote gifted and stuff. Like half the time we didn't even do math. It was just like, here, have some logic puzzles. I don't know if it was a
People might
gifted
make fun of you
program
for
or
being
like a
math
special
weak,
bus or
but here's how you deal with them.
yeah.
They just teach you how to shit talk.
Yeah. You know, Kei is getting really low at health.
Oh,
It's getting hit by so many orbs, just constantly going down to red flashing HP. 73 curse on hand.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
really relying on those healing drones.
You know, it was
Goji has started stage 4 TP.
3 ATGs, 4 hooves, and 1 of each band. AP round, I think there's no problem there. I think the damage is there
Yeah.
for Goji. Goji, who went into that ATG printer, I believe before the TP, actually, of stage 3.
No, Goji just went straight for the teleporter, I believe.
Oh, I'm talking stage 3. I think might have gone in
Yeah, on
prior.
stage 3. I think Goji went back.
Oh, okay. I believe you, actually. I'll give you credit. Ooh, volcanic egg on down in the bottom right cap. I haven't even pointed that out yet. So you just found that. It's on stage 4, and with that egg, you can actually attempt a worship unit skip.
Yeah, you can. It's actually one of the easier ones.
I remember, I think it was Big D Wig D, one of the racers here in the hosting league, that I remember watching him do it for like an hour and a half, just constantly attempting the egg skip. I believe it was like you wait 2.5 seconds and you kind of curl upwards, standing in a certain
You can
spot.
do that. I think a much easier way to do it here, though, is actually with the Kaijaro band. Just to, like, try to get a vulture or something to be in that position.
Really?
Shoot him with Kaijaro band, shoot an egg. Oh, yeah. It works wonderfully.
Okay. Cap took a red whip. I think there was a band. I know Cap really likes that item in terms of movement speed. I guess, I mean, that's more damage for slam. It's 30% increase. That's like 2 hooves in a way, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
I think out of any racer that would do, I think Cap is the most reasonable take, right? For having only 3 mochas, only having 1 hoof. Right, all the other racers, we see, 6 hooves on TyLore, we see 4 on Goji, with 4 mochas, 8 hooves on Kei. Cap needs that speed.
Yeah. I'm liking Goji's run right now.
And also, where are the items on Kei? Oh,
it's a border shrine or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Are we sure we didn't have rally point stage 3? This is something else. Goji, the first one, to stage 5. I know you were talking about Goji with this loadout being, what was it, stage 4 at 14 minutes or something? But we're seeing stage 5 at 19.
Oh yeah, well ATG printer I think changes things.
Oh yeah.
Getting an opal there from that tri shop, which is really gonna help. It's so nice having that in the Mithrix fight. Mithrix fight without opal and with opal immediately loses it. Oh, it still has one though.
You know,
But, yeah, it makes a big difference.
I really agree with you on Goji having a really good loadout right here, right? We look at some of the other racers. Goji was the first one to get to the elders, right? Printed away some items for ATGs, right? Had a lot of green scrap, well, not green scrap, but green items. I'm not sure if Goji went for scrap. I don't know if they found one or not, but ended up not losing either band, right? Has that AP round, has 4 mochas and 4 hooves, right? So a little bit of attack speed and a lot of movement speed. Throw in a chrono bobble for extra fire band damage.
Ooh.
Pretty good setup. Oh, and a shuriken on top. He's the only racer other than Kei to hold on to that. So
I think Goji has probably the best build here. I like Cap's build too, but Cap has that +5.
yeah, and same with TyLore for that matter. TyLore, I believe, the only one who ended up taking a slug.
And K's build isn't bad either. It's just missing a few things, I would say, specifically like in the healing and defense department. Really relying on drones, which is okay, but it's a little bit risky to do that.
Well, there we go. That's one piece of the puzzle back, is the fire band's picked up on Kei, right? The same tri-shot that also had the red whip.
That's really nice, actually. Oh, and then there's an APR printer on stage 5.
Oh yeah.
So Cap's going into it a little bit.
Yeah, look at that. And
I don't think Goji saw that.
Loses speed. Loses the key.
And a wrap.
Was that key from stage 4? I think it was. It's going to be without that, but the extra damage is nice. 60% faster of a fight for Mithrix.
It is. Goji got another ice band.
Oh, that's huge. And we see equipment. There's a Prion. A Prion accumulator picked up its first equipment right next to the teleport for stage 5. Activates the TP now, wants to one-shot whatever the boss is. It is Grandparent.
It's going to be an easy one.
Here we go. Walks up. Stroll. There we go. Instantly kills it. Immediate death from the Grandparent. And we see the boss item is another Chrono Bobble. So, meh.
Barrel stuffing Prion with bands just does so much damage. It's like having a Diablo strike, basically.
Oh my god, look at all those larvae. Oh, okay. There was 6 larvae trying to land on TyLore right there. Really low in health, down to 300, which usually you would think a 300 health is like okay-ish, but on multi, that means you are like next to death.
Yeah.
When you look at some of these other
noticed
health
Cap
bars, I
was
see
struggling a little bit, too.
1,020 like max HP.
He's getting through it, though.
New equipment found on
Has to
Cap.
be
Cap, who
careful.
had the egg from stage 4, finds a wood sprite. Probably doesn't want that.
Oh. I think Cap opened a Void Cradle and it infected a Lemurian. He's dealing with a Void-touched Elder right now,
Oh, really? Where?
which is always fun. It was on the ramp.
Eh,
I don't know where it is now, though.
Maybe it died. Maybe it was at like 2 health. Though I know void-touched
sure.
enemies, they like gain some of their health back.
There it is. It is very alive.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it when you have like an elite enemy that's like big, and then they get infested because they lose their aspect, right? If they have that overloading and they get void touched, it's like, oh, I'm not overloading anymore.
Wow, Void Touched I think is scary too.
Oh, would you rather have an overloading and a void touched, or just the void touched?
Oh, do they keep their...
They only keep the
I
one.
think.
So if like an overloading one gets void touch, they lose their overloading.
Oh. Yeah. I guess that's true.
Oh, what is... Okay, Cap is farming pennies that he doesn't have. Okay. Takes it...
Yeah,
Oh, is trying to keep the drones alive. But the drones are too late to save. And end
I
up
think
dying.
He just
Yeah.
was a little bit aggressive there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one thing Goji did. I mean, just having that pre on there did not have to deal with the sun attack at all.
Oh, yeah.
Still has all their drones.
And all 4 drones on the moon with Goji. Cap is going to
Yeah.
essentially have to spend every single dollar earned on this stage just to gain them back if he really wants them there, right? Which, without
gonna
a
have to
feather,
do pillars.
without really much movement speed, having printed the majority of the movement speed away. I mean, Cap's movement at this point, it's 2 mochas in the red web, and that's it.
Yeah. It's not a lot.
Does have the
Does
egg,
have that egg, though.
Yeah. And
The-
everyone else has
The egg is
too.
nice. Not quite a skip, though. You need that fuel cell.
That is true. Maybe there's a fuel cell soup of the moon. Well, we're going to see Goji do pillars, actually.
Yeah.
Right, only has the 1 opal, doesn't have any, like, giga healing. Not really much to do.
But
But with the repulsion armor plate found, heading out of stage 5, right? Get some crit from the shipping request form. Right? Still had that. Did any other racer still have it? Yes, TyLore still has the form, so it does have access to that at the moment.
Goji putting
And-
the wrap here was...
Yeah, that's huge.
Our last stage was a good decision. You have power mode, too. So you should not take too much damage from these blood shrines. You do have to still deal with the ads.
Oh, there's
though.
3
They can
golems
hurt you.
around.
Yeah, that's rough.
And normally the advice is, all right, if you see these enemies, I mean, just don't shoot them, let them take aggro on the drones. But the drones are like hugging Goji in a way.
Oh no!
Oh,
And that is a +5 for
Getting
Goji.
stuck, not able to shift out, and just in a bad position. Essentially got checkmated, might die again. And what was a
Once
good run, a
again.
good setup, a good everything. Now, I mean, still technically in a lead, but we'll see where that is in a few seconds.
Once
because-
again, K is the only person without a +5. Ooh, finding a feather too.
Oh, that's gonna do
gonna
it.
help a
That's
ton.
gonna do it. You've got feather, you've got egg, you've got 3 AP rounds, right? Goji only has the 1. Hasn't activated TP yet though. There's still a chance for death for K, right? To get to that point.
Yeah. Where did he find that? Because nobody else has it. Oh,
Well,
okay.
we just saw
Cap
it
just got it.
right next to the rusted
Yeah.
key that Cap actually can't open. And we see an ATG proc bans on K's screen. That grandparent is immediately dead. The drone survives.
And it looks like Goji was saying, "Okay, not doing the blood shrines. I've learned my lesson. Let's check. Let's see what Soup has to offer."
I
Good
think
play
that's
there.
so common, and right, you have to do 1 blood shrine in the setup if you have to do pillars. As there were 3 blood shrines, only 1's design pillar, right? We see the soups includes a brilliant behemoth. We see a shattering justice. There is a syringe soup, if there were any unwanted red items, which I don't believe any of the racers have.
Cap going into this AP printer even more. Getting quite a bit actually.
I mean, Cap might
Uh,
have just like completely
Cap on a drone.
unsubscribed from the concept of having speed.
I think he's out. He's got that feather though, and the egg, which is
Is that an-
honestly, I think that's enough.
We'll have to
I mean,
do
the feather
pillars,
alone
though.
is so massive. Yeah, for pillars, it is.
Now,
gonna
it
be
doesn't
rough.
have the wrap. There is good news, as not so good news for TyLore, almost taking another +5. Down to about 100 health, having to hide, having to run away. But good news for Cap is that multi does have 12 armor. Natural, so
Yeah.
no curse gained from blood pillars.
You also have a power mode too.
Ice Band number 2 also found on K, by the way. K's build no longer quite looking like a Shrine of Order.
Yeah,
With 6
K's build
ATGs.
is looking really good here, and K can go into that APR printer and
And not worry
you know,
about,
it's
it's
seven-
already done
it's
it.
7 hooves.
Right, 3 AP rounds, I say go again.
Yeah, even if you lose some speed, I think K has some speed to lose here.
All right, so a huge moment. There was a pocket ICBM soup. Interesting. A huge moment here for Goji's is, can this Prion be landed? If you can land a Prion, get to the center, land a perfectly timed one, where Mithrix doesn't have armor or anything like that, I think Mithrix just instantly dies. Actually, maybe not the case. I'm not sure. When does Goji decide to use that?
It's holding on to it. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Mithrix dashes, but it is not dashing in time, and Goji gets it off. I think.
I got the ice band off that, I think.
I think a wisp just killed TyLore.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Was it that blazing one?
It was one of them. Just took a little bit too much damage. Even with that repulsion armor plate, which usually helps deal with wisps, this loadout, I mean, you have to wait a really long time for that rebar to come out, and actually has to use the egg and walk out of bounds in this TP just to kill these.
Getting low again. Not really having a ton of healing here. Got that one slug, but that's kind of not a lot on multi. I usually like having 2 or 3.
We were talking about a statistic earlier before the race began. Only one racer ever has come back from getting in 4th place in a loadout, in loadout 1. Every other racer, if they get in 4th in loadout 1, they lose the whole race and barely even get a point. I think only 2 racers have got 1 point. Aside from Corny, who in the round of 20 came back and got double bonus.
Okay. Well, don't tell TyLore that.
Oh, I think I told all the racers that before the race began. I hope TyLore thinks that he can pull it off. But it's not looking good with 2 deaths. TyLore, who's beaten I'm pretty sure has beaten all 3 of these racers in the past. Most certainly has. Many times.
Ooh, but Cap is struggling right now.
Oh yeah,
These ads are giving him a hard time.
Yeah, that healing drone just isn't pulling him in for aggro. In terms of having to do this one specific pillar, it still has to go in and do blood.
Yeah, almost done though.
Should be fine.
Just a few more. Okay.
It's really making... Okay. Goji's in phase 2. Just has a couple more wisps to deal with. Again, Goji, who kept all 4 drones alive throughout the TP. I think that's one of the big parts of Goji's build, right? From having that Prion, right? All these egg racers still have to do pillars, but not Goji. Or, yes, Goji does too, but Goji has that Prion. That's extra damage. Was able to immediately kill that grandparent. I mean, Kei did too, but I think Kei only had 1 drone to begin with.
Well, and I think Goji also got a couple levels from pillars there too.
Kei wants to do soul pillar.
Okay. Interesting. Goji is so far ahead right now.
Oh, yeah.
These guys aren't even done with pillars.
And I honestly don't hate Kei's decision on doing soul pillars. Blood pillars, I mean, just look how long it takes. Look how many goals already built up in Cap's screen. Cap is taking hits. Blood pillars, in a way, when you are not foliating and have builds that can immediately kill enemies, yeah, Cap just loses a watch. It's probably going to take a +5 here.
Meanwhile, Kei just chilling. This soul pillar in particular, I will say, is pretty free sometimes. Because the golems don't really come after you down there. Sometimes you get a wisp that floats up, and the orbs are kind of a problem sometimes. Oh, there's a perfected.
Look at that Prion landing on Goji as Cap takes the +5. Not enough to get Mithrix down to 75%, but it's close.
And Cap is done with pillars too. Kei is on his way up.
And TyLore leaves with
is
no
on the
drones.
Ooh, rough.
No fuel cell, no drones. There is a pocket ICBM suit that you can invest in if you really want it, if you think you can hold on to your stuff, if you think you have bad greens. As TyLore types in void item in chat. Oh, has needle tick. Nice.
Okay. That's going to be rough for pillars and then phase 2 later on. And just healing-wise, it's kind of looking grim.
Yeah.
Does have a lot of damage though with those 2 focus crystals and those APRs.
Yeah, 6 AP
and
rounds. Decent movement speed. If you have the speed and you have the damage, you can just do a soul pillar and the design pillar. I think you could be in a fight kind of quick, kind of in a way that Kei has done it.
Yeah, It looks like Tyler also found an extra Kayaro band.
Yes, that was on stage 4 in a try shop. Kei also got it after losing his Kajara band.
Oh, that's right.
Goji went for a Chrono Bobble instead, and then Cap went for the Red Whip instead, which Cap definitely needs that Red Whip, given the fact that Cap went essentially all in on AP rounds and lost every speed item. But Goji is almost done with the fight with 1 death.
Yeah.
Kei still
The death
deathless.
sucks, but
Yeah,
I think this is gonna secure second for Goji, at least.
at the very least, yeah.
And I think the chances of K dying here are pretty high. So I think Goji was just going so fast here, and yeah, did die, but
I think
I think his
Kei's
speed
chances
is
of
gonna
dying
offset that.
actually aren't that high, and here's why: good movement speed, has a feather, 2 ice bands, a fire band, 6 ATGs, and 3 AP rounds. We've actually been seeing Kei earlier has been purposely slamming into Mithrix right before bands go online, so if an ATG comes out, Mithrix instantly dies. We saw it from phase 1, did about well over a third of Mithrix's health, and immediately entered into the next phase as we see Tyler go for an ICBM soup, gambles the feather away and loses it. And it's a good gamble when you're at 2 deaths and you need something to kind of come back, right? It's a good attempt, it's a good try. But it's going to have a really difficult fight now.
Goji is done with the fight. On his way to ship.
And well done to Goji again. Goji, who's been doubted in a lot of ways, has been more seen as from some of the other racers as maybe not as good, maybe like a tier below. Some people will say, right? Ended up getting 0 points last time up against some more of the high elo competition over at Risk of Resources. Won their first 4-person loadout race last Sunday. I think you were in that one too, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was. I mean, you got in 2nd place.
Nah, 3rd, but it was
Oh.
close. I was 2 points behind first.
Hey, you had your good moments in that one, but
Yeah, Goji has improving very quickly. One of the most consistent scrimmers, basically always in there practicing. Doesn't have the same hours as somebody like Cap or K, but is definitely getting there and is improving.
it might actually be
probably
there. I
quicker than
mean,
anybody.
we'll see with this race in play. And if K does take a death during this pizza, which I don't think is going to happen, tries to get the phase 4 skip with the transport mode, doesn't land it, is not going to be able to get bonus points. But from being deathless again, is going to be able to get in first. Not the fastest, but the
Yeah.
safest.
And that works. That's his second first place, which is going to be hard for these guys to compete with.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and see Goji's time in just a second here. So we're waiting just a little bit. And by the way, K was essentially able to entirely kill Mithrix in 1 slam as an ATG came out. And took all the health away on phase 3, is on phase 4 now. Has no deaths. An ATG hits Mithrix. Needle Tick comes in by 2, but Mithrix has a base damage of like 1. And it's fine.
Tyler broke an elixir.
Yeah, and is
Not
abandoning
looking
blood
good.
pillars. We've seen this pretty much in all the racers now, as they're learning about the dangers of blood pillars and how rough it can be with all of those golems inside.
Should we bring Goji in?
Absolutely.
Alright. Goj,
Yo.
you finished first real time.
Congratulations.
Probably going to be second.
Not bad. Could have just not died the blood pillars. And...
Yeah,
Alright.
that was
Yeah, blood
unfortunate.
pillars were tough, and almost every racer, I think every single racer eventually gave up on blood. Cap ended up, I believe, doing 1 blood pillar. You did 1 and then gave up after that. K just never even bothered. And then
Wait, real quick, who's
Tyler did
getting
as well.
first? Is it
you get
Cap or
1
K?
guess. You get 1 guess. Ah, come on.
Okay, damn.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really need K to lose because I
Just-
think Cap's
yeah.
gonna win the loader later, and like that's the place where I can get points. So,
K is getting a pretty strong lead here.
okay, I'm not beating K today. Whatever, I'll beat Cap though.
You
Let's
just
do
need
it.
Ooh,
top
are
two,
you just
right?
are you just gonna let K beat you like that?
Dude, K is like the second best racer ever.
Second? Okay, okay.
Like, how am I supposed to act like me and Kei are like a good rivalry when he's won like mad races, has been like one
Listen,
of the best
Okay, think of it this way,
forever.
Goji. I'm a Steelers fan, and quote unquote, the Browns are like our rivals. We beat them about 90% of the time, but we're still rivals. It's okay.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't,
man.
Goji, you don't even need to beat him. You just need to get top 2, right?
Well, I need to beat Cap at least.
You need to beat Cap and you need to beat Ty. And you did in this loadout.
Yeah,
So I think you're gonna be tied with Cap, right?
that's fine. That just means I need to beat Cap the next 2 loadouts, which is
Yeah.
scary because Cap's really good at poison acrid. Like, yeah.
Good, okay.
Hey,
You are in first place.
I
Please
am
load out.
what?
You
That-
did not die. Tyler and Cap both shifted off a cliff on stage 1.
I did that too. I
wait.
just didn't die.
Cap took another death. He has 2+5s.
Yeah, that was during Blood Pillars.
Man, I should have been last. Man, that was terrible.
The
Like, I
reason
never
why
played
you
first.
won K is that you just straight up avoided Blood Pillars. It
Yeah.
was a trap. There was like 5 golems in there, and everyone that went in there died.
Blood pillars were
That's-
rough.
It's funny.
Yeah, I just greeted. I could have gotten out too.
That is crazy that I got first, man. That double kill from the beetle guard on both pots, the one that I rolled and the backup one, cost me literally 4 minutes, and then
Wait,
there's
did
an
you-
ATG printer immediately after. That is crazy.
Did you not get bans?
I got bans, but like I rolled god pot, and then like a beetle guard shot at my
Yeah.
drones,
Cap's in trouble.
and got like a double kill on the rolled one and the one like next to it as a backup.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So I lost 4 minutes, and then, well, into the ATG printer, I was like, man, I just lost. Like, I was,
How many ATGs did you print?
I had
like
got
5.
5 from the printer, and then 6. I kept the ice band and the shuriken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, turn it like essentially at a shrine of order with those hooves and those ATGs, but with all the damage, being able to proc those ATGs without the bands and then having the bands proc off the ATG, essentially one-shot Mithrix each time. That was just insane. Phase 1, Phase 3, especially
I think-
Phase 3.
Printing the speed really helped you too.
Yeah.
Did, yeah.
Yeah, you two, I believe, printed the most overall. I think, Goji, you actually you tied TyLore in terms of movement speed, but just had the extra attack speed from the 4 Mocha for the hoof, as opposed to just 6.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just didn't take any of my mocha when I printed it. The prints were actually broken this seed. Like, it just took my bad items for the speed printer, and then I went into the ATG printer, and it just left me with both of my bands and my shuriken, and then took.
I
all
was
my
wondering
defense
about
first.
that because I was looking at your build. And I'm like, did he find a scrapper? Like, what?
No, no, I just got so lucky. I was like, I literally said out loud on my stream, I was like, man, I look like I'm cheating. Like, I'm having like dream RNG right now. Like,
Well, you know how it works. It's seeded. Is if one person has RNG like this, it's the case for everyone.
yeah,
And, I mean, these items were
we have
just
we have
absolutely
printer
insane.
seating on this version.
I'm not sure, actually. I was never told that. I was told that some other fringe cases were seeded, but printing that's a giant question mark.
When was the last time it was updated?
I mean, you're all in with the resourcers. I don't know. I have no idea. Whenever Public Gauntlet was last updated, there was a small patch that came in that introduced random monster logs that come all over the place.
Me-
But I would have to say, in terms of actual content outside of this Gauntlet patch that we had, especially made for the event,
Because
it's
I
been
know
probably over a
privately.
year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then it doesn't have printer seating. Because privately printer seating was like 4 or 5 months ago, I think.
Yeah,
And
we
then
should
bloom seating was more recent too. It's
we
actually
should do
kind
some
of
updates.
yeah. Bloom
what up,
seating
Cap?
is much more important than printer seating, I think. But
So
I was actually not sure.
yes, you shifted a Beetle Queen on stage 1 and fell off and died. TyLore
Classic.
did as well.
You did
Kei
the
did, but
exact
didn't die from it.
same thing.
And because of that, you beat TyLore from having a faster time, and
Ugh.
ended up getting
So third.
Yeah,
All right.
Tied with
I would have
Goji.
been happy with a third, so it's fine.
I would have been happy with a third, man. Oh, it was an
I
interesting.
would have been
one.
happy with a third, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad run. Like the lack of a pillar skip and lack of damage on non-boss enemies was rough, but it wasn't a bad run.
I mean, you were probably getting Vietnam flashbacks from the loadout yesterday. That
Yeah,
entire
at least it
run.
wasn't that bad.
Like
But
everybody
the items
got
were
bans.
great. The items
No,
were so
literally
good. It was
everybody
just
got 'em.
such a shit loadout that it wasn't like.
Yeah, it's just
a
like,
30.
oh, will I proc the ATG? No. Okay, well, there goes my damage.
Yeah.
Did you guys roll pots?
Yeah, man.
Surely.
Don't get me,
I mean,
don't
it's
get me
God's fault.
started again,
Come on,
dude.
Did you
Kei,
take
talk
3
about it. You know
minutes
you want
rolling
to.
God pot?
I took man, it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. That Bilgard had the craziest aim you've ever seen.
Oh, bro.
It
Went
got
straight
in
for
one
the
shot. It
healing
took the
drone.
roll one and the backup one. It took
Hey,
one
you-
shot to get both.
You could have done it after. You could have done it after TP, which is what Cap did.
Man, it was God pot. I'm getting that immediately.
It's right
Like,
next to
I got it.
TP.
It's just my drones got like fucked up. You know, my drones got the Bilgard aiming there.
Yeah, it's the game's fault, you're right.
And then
Did
it
you,
just
who got
took,
first?
like,
Who got first?
I got first.
You're not gonna like the answer.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for Cap.
Yeah, I mean,
know,
might as
I
well
was
you just get
already
first
ahead,
for all of
so-
them.
Yeah, Cap, we're fighting
Unless
for
I do.
second, I think.
Yeah.
All right, and
I
Tyler
still
finished
Goji
we
was
tied?
3-1, but apparently Tyler is
No,
even freer.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm a point
I
up on
think
Goji, yeah?
No, we're tied.
Are we?
We
Yeah.
both got a second and a third
Why?
because we both got second place once and third place once.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, fine.
So I think you two are gonna be the ones fighting for.
Hey, it's not
Yeah,
over
Tyler's
yet.
still got a
There's
chance,
still
I'm
there's
sure.
Aw, man,
everywhere.
it's
It could
five
be anywhere.
loadouts.
There's still too many loadouts, so.
Tyler,
Tyler,
unfortunately,
there's a
you
lot.
did.
And like.
Tyler just wins all of them from now on and is like first,
Yeah.
you know?
Welcome in, Tyler.
I
So yes, unfortunately, fourth place again. You weren't the only one to shift off a cliff on stage 1.
Yeah, we're both dumbasses.
But Cap just had a
Okay.
slightly, or a little bit of a faster run. Obviously losing the feather for going for the ICBM suit. Thankfully, you didn't die from it, but made it a little bit slower and a little bit rougher. Tell us
what
about the run.
feather? I mean, the run was pretty good. I just don't like this loadout, I guess. Played it slow. Stage 3 TP was annoying, Stage 4 TP was annoying, Stage 5 TP was annoying.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing just felt annoying.
I think you forgot stage
Yeah,
1
that's
and
about
stage
right.
2.
Did
Well,
anyone pillar skip?
I was able to kill the boss on Stage 1 and 2, so...
Oh wait, did
No.
anybody open the void seed, the void cradle on stage 5?
It was a void
I
item.
forgot.
Yeah, I did. I did. There was needle tick.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's another
Oh, wait, there were 2 of them, though. There
oh,
was the
really?
one on the bridge across from the
Oh,
gap.
I didn't.
Because that's I saw the one that was like on the other side of the map from TP, like across the pit.
Only
Oh,
noticed
mine
that
was
the
on the
only
bottom.
void item that was opened was needle tick. So.
I forgot to pick it up.
They're almost on the ramp above TP.
Oh yeah, there was a recycler.
There was
wasn't
healing.
there?
There was healing next to it, so there was like.
I assume everybody just took prey on them.
I didn't have prey on man. I had an egg.
No, actually.
Stage
Egg.
4 egg.
I took egg.
Oh, I didn't get that. I just
Oh,
got the prey
everyone
on
got-
stage 5.
The Prion
So-
actually though, stage 5 was big because like Cap, I noticed, lost all of his drones to the grandparent. Meanwhile, you just barrel stuffed grandparent and didn't have to deal with that. So I thought the
True, yeah.
Prion was a good play there.
Yeah, it's not
I
bad.
lost my
And we
AoE
gotta-
and got harassed by ads
All
on
right.
Stage 5.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, with all the wisps, which even with the wrap and power mode and that, having the rebar being such a slow ability, not able to take them down fast enough, had to go for the
Yeah.
volcanic egg just to be able to take them all down. But
At
you
least
know
no
what?
bonus points.
No bonus points in play. I'll go ahead and give the current standings now. As we see, Goji, you are at 3 points, having gotten in second place to Loadout. Kei, you are in the lead at 6 points. Cap, you are at 3 points, and TyLore, there's still 3 loadouts, and second place is still just at 3. So, if not getting in first place this whole race, there's still plenty of opportunity.
I don't know, man. We have loader.
That's
Ah,
later.
that
That's
is
later.
actually
Let's
kinda
let's
GG
let's
for-
work with,
Yeah,
with the
I
next
was
two.
gonna say that's what I was saying.
Like,
I
you
know
guys
that's
switched loader with
Oh no, Tyler.
It's over for me.
It's actually GG.
Is it
And
good
just get
loader?
double bonus points
It's-
on
Good
the
punch, at
next
least.
two, man.
It's okay, loader.
It's good punch.
Double
that's all
bonus
that
points on the
matters.
next
Good
two loadouts
punch, that's
too.
all that matters.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
We've got an okay acrid coming up here. So if you like bite and like poison, then this is the one for you. Have fun with stage 1, Siphon Forest. Hopefully
I'm at
not a
+5 stage
Golem
golem
one.
horde of
We
many.
get head tech. Woo!
Don't curse
had
us with a
attackers.
horde of many, stage 1. What the hell?
Okay,
This
everyone
guy's
except
bothering
Cap
me.
will get horde of many. How about that?
Okay, there we go. That's
Yeah.
better. I'll let the mountain trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
surely.
if you see one, you hit one now.
All right. I'm gonna move
No
you all
way
back
out.
in, and I'll let you guys
Yup.
know when to start. Good luck.
Good luck.
Alright, good luck. Good luck,
Bye.
Tyler.
Bad luck, kid.
I think it's because I played Acrid a lot. I always did back in the day. To where I think it's where a lot of the hosting thing comes from. Because it's really easy to die from fall damage as Acrid. You just press your shift and you land on like a wall. And then you fly down at a
yeah.
million miles an hour and instantly die. Yeah, we actually see TyLore almost die. Just from that. Down to 20
Yeah,
health.
immediately.
And that is not something you want. You do not want to start off a loadout being in 4th place and then just have an instant death. TyLore needs to stay focused, needs to not die, needs to avoid these wisps, needs to land these epidemics. Right now, going through TyLore's head in a lot is, man, I just got 4th twice in a row. I'm probably going to lose. This sucks. I still have so much to go. This is terrifying. But if TyLore can just, hold together, not die, find the wings that's in a... there's an egg and wings. Wow. And Acrid, the one of the few survivors that does not need any pillar skips. Immediately they're given 2 of them.
What do you prefer?
Oh God, TyLore. Prefer in terms of what?
Like,
wing or
if you had
egg?
a choice between egg and wing here.
I like egg because you need a way to be able
Yeah.
to take down these flying enemies. There's capacitor. That's another good option. I kind of like that over all the other ones.
True. Pillar
the-
skip isn't an issue.
Yeah. And I mean
Oh,
wings.
also, the head tech, is it banned in the hosting league?
Oh yeah, it's. I don't know if it is or isn't within host or within Risk of Resources. Over here at Hosting League, we never really had any say yet because it was found out and then like the day of someone did it. So if someone did it one time and it's mid-tournament, we just have it allowed the whole time, so we could see some head tech today.
Well, for ROR2, it was like a 50-50 split for the racer vote, so we opened it up to the community, and it is not looking good for the future of head
Yeah, I
tech.
think community.
I
It's,
will
it's,
say.
it's like 3-1, 2-1, and then
Yeah.
I mean I'm in the I don't
Getting
care
crushed.
vote. I don't care either way, really. I would prefer it if it wasn't allowed, but since it was used at least a little bit for people to get up to where they are now, I think it's only fair that we at least have it for this race and for the finals. So the racers
See,
still
I'm
have
on
been
the other
practicing.
end.
They've been aware that it's allowed, so they've been getting ready.
I'm in the minority, but I like it. I want it to be allowed. I think it's a little bit stupid on Void Fiend, though, I will say. I'd be cool with banning it on Void Fiend.
Man,
I think
Void-
it's cool on like Bandit and Commando.
Really, Van?
Commando
So you're not
specifically, I
okay
think
with
it's really
Void
cool.
Fiend, but oh, Kei taking a death on stage 1.
I get
getting
it, though.
killed.
Oh, okay. That's what these guys needed.
Well, yes and no. For these racers, right? For Kei isn't out of the loop yet, isn't out and safe.
He's not, but
We'll need a lot
you
more
get-
points to get there, but right.
Well,
if,
it's not that they can overtake him. I think Kei has a pretty good chance of getting to the finals at
Oh,
this
yeah,
point, to
at
be
this
honest.
point, for sure.
But him not getting a first, that's gonna allow somebody else to get some good points here.
You're
and,
absolutely right.
Get an edge. I mean, Cap and Goji are tied right now, so if one of them can get a pretty strong edge here, that's
Kei
gonna
might
be
take
good.
that number 2. Look at all these wisps. Didn't use the egg when the egg was available. Uses it now. Realizes the mistake, but it's too late.
Oh, and a second plus
Yeah.
5.
10 minutes behind. It's most likely not going to win this loadout. Poison Acrid. This is stage 1. Siphon Force. Siphon Force is really tough. with Bite Acrid. And this is, again, a lot of my narrative on what I like and don't like about this game was made when I was speedrunning Acrid. And trying to get the record, which I eventually did until Ruddy took it, because Ruddy found Stompers on stage 1. I found it on stage 5. But when there's blind pests and wisps, and the only way you can really deal damage to them is with an epidemic, and it's Eclipse 4 and after, where they sway left and right all over the place, they're unpredictable, it is really tough to land a shot on them. And your hitbox is giant, you don't have movement speed, it's so easy to take hits, run in circles all you want, you're still getting hit.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing in all of these racers here.
It can be rough, but it is definitely very possible to get through without +5ing. Yeah, that's gonna be really rough. There's some good items here though. I noticed K got the wrap at the end. There's an APR, I think 2 APRs actually, and the encrusted, which is, I don't know. I think this is basically what you want from a stage 1. Doesn't get much better than this.
Goji was playing with fire there. Hit a blood shrine right next to a few blind pests, was not walking horizontal or like circular to them. And I mean, got away with it. Was able to open up a roll of capacitor's assault, so it pays off. And it's really good. That capacitor is something that every racer is going to want. And thankfully, from doing that, has 2 AP rounds. This is the only racer with 2 AP rounds, I should add. And Acrid, who has a base damage of 14. Right, I think Multi has 11. Oh, I think Acrid's is actually 15, not 14. 14 is Engineer, I think. Regardless, really, really high. No, wait, no, maybe Acrid's 14, Engi's 13. I forget. All I know is Acrid has the highest base damage in the game. So when you have an equipment, it just straight up does more damage than any other survivor.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Do you think we're gonna see anybody go for bans here with the capacitor?
I want to see where the pots are. I think if there's God Pot or a couple other spots where you can do it within about 20-30 seconds, I think we could see it happen.
I saw one.
But
there's
again,
one kind of next to the teleporter. With the rock.
With damage chests around, with 4 stages to go, right? Rally Point and Sunder Grove, kind of scary. Movement speed, probably the biggest thing that people want right now. With gasoline, though, maybe not going to be the biggest concern.
I think if we see anybody go for it, it would be Goji or Cap. Both TyLore and K are behind right now in different ways. And in their head, they're probably thinking they just need to go.
There's 2 different ways you can take +5ing. I think in a loadout like this, you would probably want to just go faster and not slow down a bit. Sometimes when you die, it's better just to slow down and hope that the rest of the runs cope.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that, I think, actually through Ruddy, who just took it slow and steady. I believe on a Rex loadout, got double bonus points just from taking it slow. I think it was double bonus, no deaths. Had like nearly a 50-minute run or something.
It's really easy to get in your own head with early +5s, because a lot of times what happens is you get a +5 and then you think, okay, I'm gonna be really behind now. I need to really bring it from this point forward, and so you start rushing, start playing poorly, and then that just spirals into more +5s. So it's a very unique skill, being able to like realize, okay, I actually need to, I'm 10 minutes behind, but I actually need to not go faster, but slow down a little bit and make sure I don't die any more than I have to.
And look at TyLore going for the high angle pot. What do we call this? The high ramp, oh jeez.
Yeah,
Acrid
that
is
was
sticky
a horrible
when it comes to the
Void Cradle.
pots. Yeah. Oh, Void Cradle.
Void Potential.
Oh yeah, it had key, Tentabobble, and something else. I know Goji just took the key back.
Yeah, I would have just gone key there.
I would as well. I mean, what are you gonna do with the Tentabobble? Have an extra debuff? Maybe Death Mark somehow with poison? That's very unlikely.
I mean,
and this pot is really
do
just giving TyLore a tough time. This is I don't want to call it sunk value fallacy or whatever it is, sunk costs, but
Gambler's
seconds keep
fallacy.
adding up, and there's not going to be any pre-on at this point. Not that it really matters with the capacitor, but TyLore just, I mean,
it might pay off though. Yeah, this is a really... This
You
is a deceiving one.
need this run to just tank for everyone else. Look at Goji.
Yeah.
Now Goji's doing it too. And now we also see Cap doing it. Which of these racers is going to be able to pull it off? Well, it's Cap. Got it first. Don't didn't get it. No, did get it. And I think Tyler's going to give up with that. Yeah. Kickflipped
Not
it out.
surprising. Cap, I think, has the most experience out of anyone here when it comes to pot rolling. In multiple ways, actually.
Yeah. And we just see Kei, who, yes, is the furthest ahead, did find an energy drink, which is going to help greatly. Right? Everyone's going to get that, but Kei knows about it first. But again, 10 minutes. That hurt. And just look at Kei's face. Just
I remember when
blink.
Cap first made his video on pot rolling. He didn't tag it as a Risk of Rain 2 video, so you just got like a bunch of old people in Florida on the side, like rolling joints on their porch. It was amazing.
I'll have to go back and watch him at some point.
Oh yeah, the Cap knows what he's doing.
Link me up with a playlist. I was surprised that's allowed on YouTube. I guess so.
Oh yeah. There's a whole weed community on YouTube. Yodi gang.
Oh man. Alright. Tyler taking a little bit of fall damage, slamming on that Greater Wisp, not having a second slam to recover from. Right, ended up having to leave without those bans.
I think this is going to be a close one between Cap and Goji.
Oh my
I
god,
think
Tyler
getting
down
the
to
ban
47
was-
health. If there's any time, disputed,
rough.
if there's any time for Tyler to have a comeback, right, to at least get 1 point, Kei died twice. This is the one chance that Tyler has to get that point.
It is, but I
now
think getting
down
bans was the right play here.
Oh,
With the
it abs-
capacitor,
Yeah.
just think about that, like, purely for phase 2. Like, on its own, that is going to save them so much time. Probably not as much as it took to get it, but I mean, their phase 2 is probably going to be twice as fast, at least,
Oh yeah.
than these other guys.
And that's what all that really matters at the end. I mean, Tyler just needs to stay alive. Has been struggling, just hanging on by a thread, right? We don't see any bans picked up on Kei, right? And Kei's already on stage 4, so nothing obvious or in the future in terms of getting that double ban. And Tyler, who ended up spending well over a minute just trying to get that pot on the button.
Interesting. Cap got the lysate there, and I think Goji opened the key box last stage and then got a refresh. Did Cap do that as well?
I'm not sure. I do know for a fact there was encrusted key box as one of the options from the encrusted key. I know someone else did, but what do we know is from stage 3? Oh, okay.
Cap hitting a lysate, which
Cap really likes lysate with Acrid. He talks a lot about
I mean, it's
the epidemic being able to
good.
get that 100% damage on a bunch more enemies. It's good AoE in a way, right?
It definitely is good.
If you have proc items, right? Epidemic does have a 1.0 proc coefficient, so that can really help out.
I do think in this particular instance, a fuel cell would be better, but where he doesn't have it, and there's no guarantee that he's gonna find one.
Right.
I
mean,
getting a lysate was probably the right play there.
Lysate's it's the right play until it's not, right? We don't know what the hindsight is, and the
Well,
foresight says
gonna help
there's
them.
never ever going to be anything ever again, right? That's the assumption. As Tyler takes death number 1, just trying to deal with his imp overlord, doesn't get it, uses the spawn invincibility or revive invincibility to finish it off, and pause the game for a second, just needs to take a breather, right? Because with this, Tyler knows there's a good chance that another 3rd, 4th place could happen. Tyler needs some points at this point if there's going to be any comeback. Uses this just to take a breather, needs to think about strategy, and hopefully we can see something good come down from the bottom left.
See, this is where you need to have a really strong mental game, because it's so easy if you're Tyler in this position to just get completely overwhelmed and not know what to do and start making sloppy decisions. It's very disheartening to not have any points on the board and then feel like you're playing badly.
Yeah, and if this is just a show match, right, you can just have a little fun with it, you know, but, I mean, you can still have fun with it here. It's just the knowledge of knowing you're most likely not going to make the final round if you don't win this loadout. Was that a band in that adaptive, one of the first few items? Or was it a bandolier? Can't tell. But seeing that golem
Sure.
picks up some movement speed and just has to run away.
Okay.
Up in the top left, my bad. It was on Goji.
It looked like maybe there's a feather in there. I couldn't tell though. It might have been an ignition tank.
You know what's not a bad play? On stage 3, as we see is that meat hook? Oh, that's good AoE damage in a large chest, but Camp picks up right next to the spiral staircase.
Yeah,
Spiral
that's nice.
ramp? What do we call that? Not sure. Crowbar from the shipping request form on stage 4. Goji picks that up. And K,
Activating
meanwhile,
crowbar from the
is already activating the TP with a crowbar, with a polyloot, with a watch.
Ooh, you know
It's-
what?
it's a
Getting the
horde of many.
crowbar from the adaptive, I think, was actually a really good play for Cap with that capacitor.
There is a crowbar printer.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, there was a feather, but
Yeah.
gets a credit card. And you can't really work with that.
If
Only
I'm
use a
Cap here,
capacitor.
I would just go into that. Because, okay, so you could lose your focus crystal, you could lose your wrap and your APR. That would suck. But, like, losing gas wouldn't be a big deal. Pennies are kind of starting to lose their effectiveness by this point anyway.
It would be nice if it was still on the stage, but Camp is... It was on stage 3. It's the
Oh, okay.
printer, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'd like to see TyLore go at least one crowbar.
Yeah.
Probably pausing to look at what stage 4 is, doesn't remember. Yep.
I think the mod should have a feature where when you press tab, it shows you the stage order. I think we need to have that.
Ooh. That sounds good. I would like that. We'll see when the quote-unquote public gauntlet update comes out, you know? Coming soon.
Yeah,
I was told it
well-
was coming out soon when I was forming the league.
People haven't really been working on the mod a lot.
Yeah. And there's a lot to work on, to be fair. I know there's been a lot, actually, over just with the official mod, as some new
Well,
stuff is being figured out.
I think Tolly was kind of the one that did the public gauntlet mod, from my understanding, and has
Oh.
not really been super active lately.
Oh, and while that may be the case, we look over up at the top left. Another chance for TyLore to maybe get in third place as K takes death number 3.
Okay, well, yeah, I think K is probably losing this loadout.
I mean, the good news for K is K can afford that. What K doesn't want to happen is, okay, you lose this loadout, but if you lose again on loadout 4, and K is afraid of loader, right? If say
is.
Goji gets in first place this loadout, and then Cap gets first place on the loader loadout, I mean,
He's
something
losing
has
his
to
grip.
happen. You gotta at least, if K gets at least 1 point, right? If I got third place, I'd be happy. I mean, the odds of that happening at this point for K are pretty low. We'll see what happens with TyLore. TyLore might be, you know,
He has to retreat.
we don't know where TyLore's mental is.
I'm worried about Tyler right now, though. Finding the meat hook was actually really good, and then the polyloot.
Yeah.
That's nice. But yeah, not getting the bands, like wasting a bunch of time rolling pots, and,
Yeah, and
not even getting them.
And death number 4 now for K.
Oh,
K's pretty
yeah.
much just given up on this loadout. Just wants to finish. Knows that there's many more loadouts to come. Takes death number 5. Right,
And
has
they're
essentially...
There
you know-
was a fuel cell here. I think it's the stage 5 teleporter item. So that I think is going to benefit Goji
Yep.
a lot.
And that
Goji
immediately
did
means
just break a watch though.
that Cap didn't take the right option. I guess it's going to have 3 epidemics, but...
Yeah. Well, oh, Cap just broke his watches too.
Yeah. Oh, look at that beautiful mending
He
parent.
did, but You know, I think 3 epidemics is still gonna be
Death number 2
damn
happening
good.
now for TyLore. It needs to be careful of that mending or void touched Gup. Look at
I'm
that.
looking at Cap and Goji right now. They are both kind of struggling on this teleporter. They're having to retreat and kind of heal up a little bit.
You know, it's right next to the artifact portal cliff. You could just run down that, and the parents will throw themselves off a cliff and teleport back up down to 1 health.
Okay, well, I don't know.
If you just, I mean, I think it's better than dying 5 times.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. It just takes time.
That is true, right? Time that you're
Takes a
not
lot of
inside
time
the
to do
circle.
that.
If you aren't out inside the teleport circle, though, you need to be dealing damage, right? And
This is where the epidemics really shine. I think this is Cap is having a little bit easier time just because of the Lysates here. He's able to get a lot more poison out. I don't know. He could try the artifact portal, but I don't know. Has anybody gone for that?
you know, I've done it in scrims, and I can see myself sometimes beating other people with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you could do that as a strat. So
Nobody really does.
I can't really judge
I
it.
just get made fun of for it, honestly. I'm probably in the
Well,
wrong.
I know what that's like. Sawtech. I've been pushing for it.
I mean,
so
Sawtech hypothetically is good, but I mean,
It is.
I don't
I've
know
been
if you
practicing
know
it.
what I've coined it as the +5 tech, and
The +5 tech.
I know a few other people. have caught on with
Historically, it
that.
has been, but that's a skill issue. It
That is
is
true.
no fault of Sawtech itself. We're just bad.
Oh, Goji took a death.
I have
Goji
some new
went
setups
in,
for it.
shifted, attempted to get the fuel cell,
Oh.
and on the way out, I think just got hit by the blazing alpha construct. Yeah, had a personal vendetta specifically against that,
Damn.
and now trying to charge the TP.
Ooh, but
Cap
Cap
still deathless.
12 HP.
Will this continue? We'll see.
I want to see Cap just take his time here, because, like, you do feel a sense of urgency, like, oh, I need to get in there and charge teleporter. But going back and be like, okay, I need to regroup for a second, even if that takes 2 or 3 minutes, that's going to be better than a +5, you know?
Yeah.
He does not need to play aggressive here. He's the only one that doesn't have a +5.
Yeah, if Cap just plays this safe, but I mean, it's kind of hard to do in a way with all these alpha
It
constructs
is.
kind of building up. In a way, like you gotta play safe, but you also gotta be charging this TP or at least doing damage, being able to clear these enemies out.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of a struggle with that, right? And it's good to get this fuel cell, but isn't going to be able to. I mean, I guess you get more epidemics in. I don't know if epidemic does epidemic target alpha constructs if they're shielded in.
I am not sure. I think it does.
Well, you can't Huntress auto aim.
You can't, but I think Epidemic does it.
Okay.
I don't know, you're the Acrid guy.
Yeah, I played this game maybe like 50 hours in the past 4 months.
Okay, Goji is done. What is Cap at? Is that like 50%?
Yeah. And
Ooh,
K is
he-
doing the Mithrix fight with 5 deaths.
Oh, getting stuck there. Cap has a ways to go, but as long as he doesn't +5, I think he can get first here.
Oh, easily.
The thing is though, it doesn't feel that way to him right now. He's probably looking at this and thinking, I'm doing so poorly. Everyone is probably already on Mithrix right now. I need to stay in the teleporter and play really aggressive.
Yeah, but
You just never know.
just a few more percents to go. Now, it's kind of like this syndrome. I think it's the same case with driving. Most accidents and like long road trips happen within 2 miles of your house because it's kind of like you're relaxed, you're relieved it's the end, and it's during those moments, right, where you just kind of loosen up a bit when things are still really tense, and that's where the death happens. And risk gauntlet racing.
Ooh.
Thankfully, not the case for Cap today. Down to 10 health, 12 health. Gets a pluripotent larva though. What happens?
There's
If Cap dies. Is that turns into a void larva or void band?
not it's fine. I mean, it would suck, but I think that guarantees his win, honestly,
That
because
is
it's
fair,
not a
yeah.
+5. There was an APR printer there though. I noticed Tyler was going into it before this fight.
Oh, and Tyler
I
actually
think
pausing
everyone
the
else
game
missed
for a
it.
second, sees the many parent horde of many. This is a different way you can make enemies fall off a cliff. Tyler's going to try to get them to host, it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, is going to use the shift. We'll see. They're getting ready to fall. Are they actually going to, though? Elders will immediately go, but you need to be careful because they will slam. I think you need to go a little bit more to the right for this one to work.
I'm learning so much. I would never even think to do this.
Yeah, it's a little too far to the left. Oh, wait, no, it was a little too far to the right. Okay. I don't know this spot as well as a few of the others.
You're gonna have to show me one of them at some point.
Yeah, there we go. Mending. The problem with parents in that position, though, is that they'll teleport sooner. They'll go all the way down on the artifacts portal and just instantly die. But what's good about this one, though, is see how Tyler can just keep going back, shift up, go down, shift up, go down. Isn't really taking damage, is still able to hurt the enemies.
Okay, here we go. They're in the fight. Goji got here quite a bit earlier than Cap. So I think the chances of Cap getting bonus points here is kind of low unless Goji dies. And Kei just took another death. I think phase 2, yeah. Unfortunate.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Cap could get bonus points here, but he needs to have a really fast fight, and Goji needs to go kind of slow.
Well, if
I'm a
Goji
little
doesn't
bit-
slow down, I think we could see as Tyler takes death number 3, right? Was trying to hold on,
Wow.
considering conceding, but if Tyler concedes, loses a point. And he doesn't know that. Kei can get a point with 6 deaths.
I'm a little bit
And it's hovering over the
shocked.
concede. Now, in the hosting league, we do not go in to intervene with this. If this happens, it's up to them and only them to decide whether or not they concede. And does it. Loses a point.
Ah, no. He would
Lost a
beat
point,
Kei,
yeah.
probably.
Could have easily beaten Kei. But
Yeah,
but just from the loss of mental,
yeah. Damn. I'm
this
surprised
is out.
it just how these loadouts have gone so far. We have seen a lot of +5s today. Every loadout has had at least 3 racers +5ing.
Yeah. It despite right accurate bans, the pot incident that happened to Tyler who got in 4th place in Loadout 1, just having to make up all this lost ground. Kei not getting in 1st place. One of the other racers will. And easily could get bonus points, could be Cap, and we could be seeing Kei and Cap advancing. I mean, Goji still has a couple loadouts to make up for the time, but
Do we want to bring Ty in here?
yeah, Ty is good to come in, so we'll go ahead and bring him in now.
Okay.
Welcome in,
Hey.
Tyler. So, it was a rough run. Kei's at 7 deaths right now. Is about to finish off phase 3. Goji's
Is he
at 1 death. Oh, Kei actually.
Ty, you here? I think he's gone.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Kei finished off the fight.
That was a rough run.
Yeah.
I can
Why
really
couldn't
tell.
we
Like,
play like normal, regular characters today?
Normal?
Akkard's not normal.
Acker's a freak. Then you know he is. But yeah, the mental on that, like I can
Yeah.
only imagine. That must have been rough. I'm so sorry.
I should have conceded when I died
had
the
to go
first
through
time,
that.
man. Like, I don't know why
Well,
I did that to myself.
no, actually,
If you didn't
you could've
concede, you would have
gotten
gotten a point.
there. Yeah.
And Kei types in, no way I'm not last. Well,
I mean, I don't really care at this point. Like, I just want to get a good run in, and
I
not a
get
single
it.
one of the runs that I did was good, so...
Yeah. Getting a point on that would be like, okay, whatever.
Mhm.
It wouldn't feel earned. I understand that completely. Ooh, Cap and Goji really close.
No, Goji
Looking
takes
at
it
their
down.
timers.
I think it's going to be double bonus points.
No,
Yeah.
that is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be double. It's certainly gonna be one at least though.
Oh, I mean,
Because
Cap...
Goji's still a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
If Cap like gets a skip though, and he doesn't, I think he should get it here though, right?
Oh, and Goji gets the skip.
Okay, perfect.
Is going to
Okay,
finish
I
off.
think-
Okay.
That guarantees he's not gonna get double bonus points at least. But yeah, that's really scary for Goji. 'cause
But
now
that's
Cap,
good for Goji, and at least in terms of denying at least the 1 point, that extra point with Loader. I mean, Goji is good with Loader. Cap is too, right?
Cap
knows what's
is
gonna happen
insane
there.
with Loader.
A 64-25
Yeah.
for K.
I don't know. This is looking great for Cap though.
And we'll
All right,
go in.
should we bring K in?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, welcome in, K.
Hey,
Do we
you
not
got
talk
third.
already? I got third. That's
There was a
that's
concede.
the biggest thing third today. Poor Tyler, man.
But
Feel bad
yeah,
for him.
what happened?
I died twice stage 1, man. That's just kind of GG.
Just messed up the mental.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
I mean,
meant
I think
it's
you're still in
fine.
the lead. Cap is
There's-
gonna get a bonus point here though.
Yeah, gets at least the one with that death from Goji at the last moment. Goji going to have the fastest real time. Little over 31 minutes. Both Cap and Goji
Oh,
got
I
the
have
band
fastest
roll,
real time.
or got the
I
pot
have,
roll.
I have faster real time, no? What is this guy saying?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Like a 29 or something.
Yeah, true. You could say you got a sub 30.
I got a sub 30 on the cap, man. I don't need another one.
What of plus fives today? There have been so many.
It's just been.
I
one
think
of
just
those
playing
days.
consistently
Yeah.
is gonna be the strat.
It's been the racer that goes the slowest almost sometimes in real time, but
Sure.
just with no
Well-
deaths. I mean, Cap is the slowest real time run. First place, there it is,
Okay.
31-26.
we bring them both in.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Welcome in, welcome in.
Goji Cap, you guys finished at basically the same time, real time. But congratulations, Cap. You did win that one, and you got bonus.
Oh yeah?
For
Wow,
being deathless.
How many? Just one?
You get 1
Yeah,
point.
just one.
You were
Goji, you
20,
did get in second, though.
Oh,
23
really?
seconds away from being denied, or from getting double
Jesus.
bonus. Goji taking a death during the Mithrix fight had that happen, but you know, Goji going a little bit faster, at least able to hold back a little bit. So still
Yeah,
very much in
You're
the
like 30 seconds away from getting a second bonus point.
That sucks so bad, man. That's so
Jeez. Did we all struggle stage 5
Oh,
TT?
yeah.
Or?
yes, yeah. There was no
Man.
one that breezed.
That was so annoying with the capacitor misses because the teleporting. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
a rough one, but which is surprising for an Acrid run. Just having that bite, right? Even on stage 1, right? Blind pests, wisps, all that. Just hard to evade with such a large hitbox. Run in circles all you want, run horizontal. They
Yeah.
spawn all around you, and it's hard to escape them. But I'll give you the updated standings now as I'm dropping a few frames. I do apologize. Go ahead and look at this here as Goji, having gotten in second place this loadout, is at 5 points. Cap is up to 7 points, takes the lead. Oh wait, no, doesn't,
Oh.
because K got a point and is tied for first place at 7.
Dude, I was really
Ooh,
hoping
Tyler
Tyler
didn't get-
there.
Third thing.
He could
Tyler
have.
DNF'd.
Really? Did Tyler DNF and not get there
Yeah.
because of that?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I would have died like at least 4 more times during the Mythix fight because I was just not having it.
Dude,
I think
don't
what it was
do that for
bans
next
there.
time.
Yeah, from that. Oh my
It
god, you're gonna
definitely
want
was
you
bans.
guys are gonna want to watch that one back.
We skipped
Yeah.
bans.
Tyler did
I
not
don't think
skip
I want to watch
bans.
that one
Tyler
back.
tried.
stupid
get them
button
in.
landed on top, or the pot landed on the button so many times and
Dude.
just rolled off. Like,
I was saying that
why?
during my run. It's such an RNG spot, and I got it first kickflip. Of
Yeah.
course, someone has to.
Oh, yeah,
And
Cap
others
got the first
spend,
kickflip in
like
from
3
that.
minutes. It's so annoying, that spot. I don't like that spot.
Mans were definitely the strat that run.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the capacitor.
No, man, I had the fastest real time and you know, no bans, so
Yeah, that's cope, because
it's
You got
not
third.
cold, man. My deaths were preventable, all of them, all 7.
Oh, shocking.
Jesus.
That's like
Okay, sure.
That's- No, those are just not real
Oh,
deaths.
fuck.
Essentially, I got first. Okay, I just gifted you some points.
yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, it's not over yet. We still got 2 loadouts to go. Moving over to loadout 4, it's going to be some blinding assault mercenary. Some decent stages though. We get to see some siphon forest. We see aqueduct. There's abyssal depth. So yeah, who knows what this could be? A lot of good opportunities for good lead.
Could be cope.
It's
Last time I
probably
played this loadout in
I hope
Host
it's
League,
not
I had a
cool.
190-minute run.
Okay, well that's what happens when you print all of your.
How about you do it
items.
again?
Yeah, just do it again. It's
Just
all-
find the ATG soup. Just do it.
You got it, man, Goji. I believe in you.
Yeah,
You
Goji,
can
you
break
can
the
do it.
record.
Surely it's
Go for
150
290.
All right. Good luck, racers. I'll let you guys know when to start.
Good luck.
These guys are in.
All right, here we go. Keep super focused these next few minutes because Mercenary and Siphon Forest do not get along just as much as Acrid and Siphon Forest. This stage is rough. This is going to be the hardest part of the run in a lot of ways. Just with all these blind pests and stuff. Mercenary, who starts only with 110 hit points, has to do melee damage, has slicing winds, right? There's no eviscerate to easily take these enemies out. In Blinding Assault, if there's one failed Blinding Assault, it can easily just result in instant death.
Yeah, this is kind of a hard one. I think there's actually a scrim with this exact loadout recently too.
I'm glad I didn't do that one.
Yeah, there was, and it was a siphoned.
Yeah, it's tough. It is so hard. Did anyone die on stage 1 during it?
I don't remember.
Oh, Goji had a slicing winds available, didn't realize it, and almost just died of fall damage.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
And Goji, right, down 2 points, has 2 loadouts to catch, needs, you know, within these 2 loadouts to catch up to either a K or a Cap.
Yeah.
Needs to not die. Right.
He does. It's gonna be hard. At least K doesn't have an Omega lead anymore. Like it is. I think any of those 3 can get to the finals. I can even see a reality where K gets eliminated now, which I didn't think was possible a loadout ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Just, I mean, thankfully was spared in a way from TyLore, who, I mean, says would have died 4 or 5 more times. I don't know. I think once you get to the moon, the Mithrix fight's a lot easier than dealing with mending grandparent or mending parent horde of many. Right? We saw even, you know, just like 1 or 2 deaths from Cap and or not Cap, but from Goji.
Yeah.
But regardless of what happened there, right? K could use this opportunity here as K tends to deal well with cope loadouts. When asked what K's favorite loadout it was, he responded, "They all suck. I hate them all." But in that sense, in that regard, right, despite not really being a fan of anything, at least can deal with misery quite well when it matters, right?
Yeah.
Was dealing with that Acrid loadout and I guess just kind of used the lead as a way to preserve mental.
Didn't
just
he
kinda
also
had-
say that his favorite item was Lazarus wings?
Yes.
Good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps
I'm
you in the
hoping
game.
though that the +5 slow down on this loadout, because we have seen more than our fair share today.
For sure. Crowdfunder's found as the equipment, not really an equipment you want to use early on when racing.
There's wings too up top.
Oh, that's tough because you need.
Crowdfunder could be good though.
Yeah, you need damage as Mercenary in a way, right? This loadout,
If you find a bleed printer, it's easy.
and you
Just
kind
need
of
the
can.
stars to align a little bit.
In a way, I think if you get a backup mag, is it? You can skip pillars with this. I forget. Crowbar found on TyLore. TyLore getting a little low in health though with all these pests. Look at that, 7 of them.
I think with Rising
Oh,
Thunder,
jeez.
you can
TyLore's
skip no matter
one hit
what.
from death. Needs to land these slicing wins,
does-
but it just isn't.
It doesn't matter what your other skills are, as long as you have Rising Thunder. I think you're able to skip. It just gives you enough air stall.
TyLore opting to throw out a Crowdfunder as a last act. Realizes needs the money.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the thing. Crowdfunder early on is awful. Kind of, you need to build around it a lot. You,
gets all the
like,
pests. Okay.
if you're going for a Crowdfunder build, you want a bleed printer. That it's kind of the prerequisite for it to work out. And then like wraps and roll of pennies. And then if you get that, if you have a good setup like that, it can actually be incredibly effective.
Yeah.
And on Mithrix, you can farm the wisps in phase 2, get a bunch of money there,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I've seen it doesn't happen often, but I've seen it happen a few times where the Crowdfunder bleed build smokes everyone else.
It's just such a hard setup, though, right? Because you're saying, okay, if you get
Yeah.
pennies and you have repulsion or like rose bucklers and you have the Crowdfunder,
It
right? And
requires
it's not
a bit.
often that you're going to hold on to that because there's a bunch of other equipments that are usually easier to hold on, right? You use Crowdfunder, what are you going to do with that? Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3? Unless you get
Not
those
a lot.
wraps and pennies immediately. It's useless. It's bad. Like,
But-
the only thing you could do with it is to get rid of your money when you hit the TP so you can leave sooner.
It is, but you are looking for something for Mithrix, because this loadout in particular struggles with DPS quite a bit when it comes to Mithrix, and it's not uncommon to see like 12-15 minute Mithrix fights with Merc. It is definitely his biggest weakness, so trying to prep for that is one of their biggest priorities here.
Safer Space has found the first Void key box on K.
Oh, beautiful.
And given that this is not an Eviscerate loadout, right, we're going to see a lot more value from that. Double bubble already.
I wonder if people are gonna wait a little bit on that. I noticed TyLore actually has a key, just a regular rusted.
Yeah, and actually Cap
So-
picked one up and got the encrusted, now at 2.
Yeah. So that macro, I think, is going to help a little bit there. I hope Tyler finds the Void Cradle, though.
I
It
do
was
as
right
well.
next to
I mean,
Teleporter.
I want this 4th loadout, or 4th place first loadout thing to be broken, in a way. It's so disheartening, because you get in last place loadout 1, and it's just like, oh, it's over. I lost. Even with
Yeah.
5 loadouts, 4 loadouts, it's just being
That's
able
a-
to come back from that mentally. It's just really
It's a
tough.
common thing in Risk of Resources as well. I think a lot of it is just a mental thing.
Yeah.
And it works the same way for the person that's in first, too, right? Because you feel really confident and you play a lot better. There's so much to be said for momentum in the races. I think if you play well, you're going to keep playing well. If you play
Oh no.
bad,
Oh,
chances are you're
TyLore
gonna
saw it the
play
last
worse.
second, went up the trunk. Saw the Void
Ooh,
Cradle.
okay. We got a capacitor in the teleporter,
Oh, really?
which,
Oh, that's going to make this a faster
yeah, it is. And
And there's pot rolling.
once
you can do
again, they
too.
can get bans.
Well, where are the buttons?
See, that I do not know. But I think we're going to see
Oh, there's needle
most people
tick.
go for that here. Like on Acrid, it's going to be important. And I think especially on this loadout, because we were just talking about how he doesn't have damage for Mithrix. Capacitor bans solves that issue pretty well.
Yeah. And we saw that in the Acrid loadout. I mean, Mercenary
Mm-hmm.
not dealing nearly as much. It's what, like maybe a 15% difference? Nothing really. This is still going to do a lot of damage with that capacitor. There's a crowbar on every single racer. There's 2 fuel cells on K. There's 1 fuel cell on TyLore. I think a second one's going to be found for just about everyone outside of TyLore and K. If they roll pots, Mithrix is going to be easy.
Mhm.
There's a Needle Tick Void Cradle. Oh, it would have been interesting, actually. I mean, if you could... I don't... Would you rather go for double Needle Tick Crowdfunder or capacitor bands?
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm taking
Capacitor
it,
bands
yeah.
all the way.
fuel
Especially,
cells
you got a
are
fuel
TP.
cell here from the TP, and then there's another one on stage 1,
Yeah.
which I think TyLore and K found.
Oh, that's a pretty easy
hold
pot
up.
roll as well. Look at K doing it this time. K, who was insisting that not rolling pots was the faster and more legitimate strategy, having 7 deaths on Akron is
Yep.
quickly taking that back. Just needs to. This is the most forgiving pot, I feel, or button. Because if you mess up, it just gets stuck in a little corner, and you can easily kickflip it out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'm not sure where the other one is.
I made a tier list on the buttons a while ago. I think I had that one as like A tier. Oh, the other one's the one on the island across the bridge. That one's definitely an F tier button.
Except on Gunner.
That is true. I guess Railgunner and one's not too bad either if you're like loader or something. It's easy to like swing over to the other half and get both down.
Yeah. For pot rolling though, it's
Yeah,
kinda,
yeah.
It's just like the impossible one most of the time.
There's a try shop next to the gate. I think everyone that goes for bands is gonna see it. Case on gasoline, a backup mag, and an AP round goes for the AP. All 3 good items.
I'm kind of liking where K's at right now. The double fuel cell is about to get bans.
Oh, you know what? With that guaranteed safer spaces on this stage, right next to TP, TyLore did not miss out. Right, it's only really a mental +5, right? Because what the only difference between TyLore and Goji was it who also missed it, and the other racers is an additional safer spaces, and that's it. Because both racers took. Oh wait, no, Cap held on. Cap found the spaces beforehand or something. No, just probably never even found the key.
Goji's not getting bans. And
Yeah,
Cat didn't get
probably-
it either. Wow.
Interesting.
I'm shocked actually.
Interesting with Mercenary.
We're seeing it's the opposite of what happened last loadout.
yeah.
Where K's the only one. I think this is gonna be
Ooh, we'll see.
Okay, that's a question mark from me. Because I feel like especially when you have a fuel cell.
Especially
And
when
on
you have
this
2
loadout?
fuel cells. I mean, oh, maybe just at least with the one for K or Cap and Goji, but for 2, I want to see TyLore try. Right, it's had a little bit of troubles during the TP. It took a little bit more time. It's just taking a little bit more easy and hoping that some of the others mess up. But this loadout, I mean,
I don't know. And K not really falling behind because of getting bans. It went through stage 1 really quick. Grabbed
Yeah.
bans and capacitor. Maybe 30 seconds behind Goji. Hitting the teleporter now. Basically on par with these guys, just has way more damage. And then there's a feather from the teleporter on stage 3
oh, a really fast TP fight for
for K. Yeah, started it later than Goji and Cap. Finished first.
already done with that. Already made up all that time. It kind of, I guess. Well, not really. I mean, It took only Cap and Goji till like the 20-some% to kill him. Still had good damage. It's just a Beetle Queen, and if
They
Mercenary,
did,
it's not too bad.
but I mean,
I
as
think
the run progresses, though, that is just gonna slow down more and more and more.
it's gonna be stage
I think-
5, right?
K's lead is just gonna grow
Oh yeah,
exponentially.
Oh, but TyLore finds an ice band right out from a chest.
Okay.
Was that from the rusted box? I wasn't looking.
Oh, it might have been.
No one else found that, but that was just clear out in the open near the TP. That had to have been from it. And now TyLore's not going to go and grab it because why? Why would you? You've got
Right.
already the ice band.
Makes sense.
Because you didn't find the encrusted key box, which means you get your ice band, which means you can catch up to the others And what seems
Rusted
to have
was
been
actually
a big
better.
mistake, right? Hindsight being 2020, sometimes the bad thing's the good thing, and it's the good thing today for TyLore. Already walking over to the TP.
We'll see. Cap still has an encrusted. See how that plays out for him.
That is fair. We'll see what it can be.
If it's a polyloot or something, that'd be nice. And I'd like to see him get something to make up for that band loss. But yeah, the rusted key was actually better in this case.
Yeah, that would have been so much time to roll pots if you're a TyLore. That would have like easily brought you back half a stage from going a little bit slower stage 1, going a little bit slower stage 2. But yeah, look at that. It's charging the
I'm shocked
TP.
that they didn't. That Goji and Cap didn't do pots here. Oh. Going for Vand?
Well, you know what they say,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
as for Cap, go for Vand, because you never know if you're ever going to get a banned. If Cap does get a rusted key box after opening up the encrusted... Oh, wait, that was the encrusted. Well, now next
Yeah.
ban or key box is just going to give that, right? So that could potentially be bad. But you don't know what's going to be stage 4. You don't know what's going to be stage 5. There's most likely going to be a ban of some sort, but it's not always. And if it's not, Cap can just keep going. That could be maybe good for phase 2 for a little bit of crowd control. Stage 5 is going to be tough. What AoE do these racers have?
It's, yeah, the AoE aspect is good. I think it gives Cap an edge over Goji here, at least for now, unless there's like a band printer or something.
Yeah.
I think K still has the best build though. by
Absolutely. In terms of AoE, Fireband. Not many people think of Fireband as AoE. They think of like, oh, you hit one enemy and it like hits over time. Every enemy that like walks over that Fireband, it does so much damage.
far. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's AoE right there.
Yeah. It's like an AoE
Band
fire,
is AoE,
ice band.
but
It's a giant tornado. A lot of people don't realize how big that tornado is. It takes up a lot of space. It's definitely more than like a will-o-wisp, that's for sure.
yeah, it's not horrible AoE. It's not the best, but if you're desperate, it'll work. It'll get the job done.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
a
it's a
little
chest.
bit nervous for Goji.
Oh, there was a
now.
band, and K misses it. Sees a watch, misses that too. Saw a ukulele, but it went a little bit too far and ends up with a leeching seed. Stuck with
Yeah.
that. What's that try shop right next to TP? There's a question
Don't
mark
know.
and a predatory instinct. Okay, we're not gonna really mention the stealth kit. That doesn't count as an item.
We'll get a good look at it.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna see it.
Tyler did find a Wungus. Is on his way to stage 4. Cap hasn't even activated the TP yet, but does get the needle tick that was found on the stage.
Hmm.
Tyler is catching up a little bit. We'll
Yeah.
see with that ice band. Has a chance to
How's his
overtake
AoE?
Goji. Has to take to overtake Cap. The question mark next to TP is another feather. But you kind of need
AoE
those
is not
sometimes.
amazing. Does have the 3 capacitors though, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
huge. You can almost do it every band cooldown when you have 3.
What is it? It's like it's compounding 15%, right?
I think it's like 12 with 3.
So
It's
with
like around a
two of
12 second,
them,
13-second cooldown.
what's 15% of 20? What is that? 17?
God.
It goes down to 17 seconds, and then you go down another 15% from there. So you're looking at like 15-ish seconds. That's pretty good.
Okay,
That's still really good.
that sounds about right.
Just look at that. Maybe it doesn't have the AoE aspect. I would have rather had one fire band than one ice band. Just for dealing with all these crowds, right? Still it's all a stage 4 and 5 to deal with.
Yeah, Fire Band probably would have been a little bit better here, but
Yeah,
I
take
think
what
is
you
there a
can get.
band in that multi-shop? Oh no,
No,
a
it's
stealth
just,
kit. I got
it's-
baited.
Yeah.
That always happens. You're like,
Every
oh,
time.
band printer. Nope.
Bandolier
Stealth
or stealth kit or especially stealth kit. I feel like that's the biggest bait. You know what else is bait?
Yeah,
Whenever
the
you see a
stealth kit is
bungus,
the worst.
you find a bungus and you think it's a green printer. I don't know why
I've
it
had that
doesn't render the
happen.
white.
Or
Large
the
damage
back
chest
mag
razor
printer
Oh yeah,
looking like a hoof printer.
yeah, it can look like a hoof printer. Sometimes I know there's a couple others. There's no strawberries on stage 5.
Ooh, got another feather. That's another one. I get confused with feather and ignition tank a lot, actually. The other day, I was on the moon and I went to soup. I'm like, oh, there's a feather soup, and I put my items into it. And then I realized this is not a feather.
Wait, you said ignition tank looks like feather?
Yeah, I get them. I get 'em mixed
Really?
up.
It might be because
Especially
they're like
in
the
adaptive
slight
chests.
angle. That's
Uh-huh.
fair. Because you might think, and I'm sure Chad's probably thinking, disputed. What is he even thinking,
just old.
right? But it's at that like
Eyesight.
I could see it. It's at the exact kind of angle, right? It's tilted up and back, not like Fuel Cell, which is right the same angle as that of like an energy drink. I could see it happening. Oh, crowbar and tri-tip. That's a good one.
I'm old, I think.
Kate has instantly killed that Soul's Control unit. Gets a Berserker's Pauldron from the Stage 5 TP, but an overloading Brass Contraption spawns in. Has to deal with that now.
Ooh. This is rough for Goji. Okay, so best case scenario here, I think for Goji, K probably gonna get first on this loadout, just straight up.
Oh no,
If Goji can get
I don't know.
second,
There was a Kajaro ban, and TyLore gets another ice ban. There's a Kajaro ban and a Tri Shop on stage 5 right out the gate.
well, I just think K has such a big lead. I think at this point though, if K can get first, Goji second, and then TyLore can steal third from Cap, that would, I think, that would put Goji. Would that time with Cap?
I mean, Cap, unless
Yeah, it
something
would.
happens to some of the other racers, I don't know what that Void Band's gonna do. It's just the one. And oh, you know what? Cap is Cap gonna go bleed?
He went the APRs.
Oh yeah, that's 5 of them. Double down.
Don't know if anyone else has found it yet.
Unless someone dies, I don't know. I think Cap has the weakest build. If so long as everyone else
Yes.
finds that AP printer, but there's a death, and it's from TyLore. TyLore, who's just been
Oh
struggling all day,
no,
takes the first +5 of the run, and
that sucks.
I'm not sure if it was from the mending bell or what. It almost seemed like an instant death, just 0 to nothing. Maybe it was the blazing
Okay.
elder, but
Ah, rough.
it seems to be singling out the mending bell. If I know how deaths work in this game with +5s, it's usually whatever kills. They'll kind of have a personal vendetta. And TyLore,
Okay.
who had a really good chance to potentially get in second place, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, probably second was aiming for.
Okay. So
Is now aiming for probably 4th or 3rd.
I don't know that K is gonna see that APR printer, and Goji is going into it right now. Still has to do the teleporter though. And K is getting some watches here. Just got 2 watches, which is gonna help.
Oh, now we get to see blinding assault dupe attempts. They never work.
Yeah, they're really inconsistent.
It's so bad. It's just so much slower. I don't know. It feels like the physics are different with that one. Like you slow down as you go through the enemies.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a stutter. I made a whole deep dive into that.
I remember the quote-unquote mercenary guide. Any idea when that's coming out, by the way?
Oh, it's coming.
Well, looking forward to
It's
it.
coming.
Would you say it's going to come before or after the public gauntlet update?
No, it's not coming out. Realistically, that video, I just reworked it and made it the Eclipse guide. That was the video I think I wanted to make from the
That's
start.
right.
And
It's still a very good guide. Holds up.
yeah,
What was that? 2000? Was that 2022? Towards the end of that year? It's been out
It
for a
was.
while. TyLore actually in trouble again. If TyLore dies again, already it's most likely that TyLore is officially eliminated from this race. But one more death, and that's essentially like over.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to see Goji get a good placement here. Okay, almost to Mithrix.
Oh, Cap loses a
Skip
bottle
right now.
I mean, Cap has a good chance as TyLore goes down to 2 health, has to run away, healing with the Wungus, healing with the 1 med kit, still alive. Was literally 2 health. That's chat, look at the bison steak. Did it save? Perhaps the bison steak saved the day.
Maybe.
Cap actually
and-
also a little bit in trouble. Only at 40% on the TP. Furthest behind does have that void
And
band,
Goji's
which
out.
takes down quite a few enemies. Actually help him with the AoE quite well with these wisps.
Yeah, I
Needs to-
don't think
To catch
he's
him.
not gonna be able to beat Goji.
Yeah, I think Cap at best can beat TyLore and is looking at 3rd place.
Which would
yeah.
still have him in 2nd overall, I think.
Well, let's see. If
Assuming
Goji gets
TyLore
in
gets last.
If Goji gets in 2nd, as K is already halfway done with phase 1. I mean, look at that damage. 2 fire bands, an
Yeah,
ice band,
so
1
much.
AP round, but 2 has 2 watches, 3 crowbars. I mean, phase 2 is going to be a piece of cake, and we already see some good damage right here. So
Goji does have a bunch of APRs though.
let's see. We see
But
5,
I
the 2
think,
fire band, no ice band.
I think that their fight is probably going to be comparable time-wise, but K got theirs so much earlier.
Yeah, I mean, try as they might, as you can see, Goji, you know, pinging the soups, trying to see if there's anything good. Just sees infusion's gonna go for a host
Headset.
bounce. And then
Yeah.
just shift up, try and get onto the branches. Let's see. No, it's gonna go for the other spot. Let's go for the other soups.
Cap
I
finding
believe
the
what they're
band,
doing.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, there you go.
another band.
I actually knew about that one bounce that like bounces you over to the soups. I knew about that way before host skip.
Ooh, Cap getting the watches up here. I think there's a 2nd one. In
Oh,
this
crowbar on Cap along with those another watch. Let me actually go ahead.
chest. Yeah. And then he printed a bunch of APRs too before getting those. So his damage isn't going to be the worst actually. Did break the elixir during that teleporter, which kind of sucks, but
I mean, hey, as long as Cap doesn't die, I think even without all those bans, right? I don't think that makes up
Yeah.
5 minutes of a loss. With those crowbars, right? It's going to probably be able
No.
to take down those wisps pretty easily.
yeah, he can still get 3rd here pretty easily.
Or maybe 2nd if someone else blunders. I mean, there's still going to have to be pizza. There's going to be ads. There's safer
That's
spaces
true.
in Opal, but you know, crazier things have happened. TyLore goes for a bounce, has a really good bounce, able to get all the way up, and is just going to be able to go straight to the fight. What did Goji get from soups? Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing really good over there. But yeah, just for defended not taking bans during the accurate loadout, then ends up being the only one that rolls pods. And just look at Kate's time, 27 minutes, all the way on phase 3, had a really fast run. It was the right play, it was the right move, did it really fast.
I actually think that, well, with hindsight, you didn't need to do pots because there were a lot of it. Like the lockbox had one, and then Goji just got 2 from normal means. So I don't think it was completely necessary here, but
I mean, that sulfur pools was really quick, that abandoned
yeah,
Abyssal
it
Depths was
was
really
really
quick. The
quick.
bans didn't really come until stage 5.
and
Well,
he didn't
Goji
have to
got
worry
double
about it.
fire.
And the rusted key was kind of a. It was honestly, it was kind of a misplay from TyLore, but it just worked out.
Yeah. I mean, what did we see from Cap got void banned, which was negative.
Yeah, 90% of the time, you would expect Encrusted to be better than Rusted.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a misplay, but it was a good misplay.
Yeah, falling up.
It's a good way to put it here in the hosting league.
Yeah.
Okay, finished with the run, going over to the ship now. I need to actually reset all the times before. Let's go back.
Cap's checking out soup. Oh, he's getting a scorpion actually. Losing both fuel cells for that, but that's probably worth it in his case. He can't proc bands, or his band.
Oh, and Goji takes a death!
Seconds. Ooh, okay. No.
Goji taking a death. That is not good if you're Goji. Goji, who was in a
It is
prime
not.
position to be able to get in second place, now with that death on board in the middle of phase 2.
Okay, securing first here.
Oh no.
Charging shit. Breaking those watches too.
Yeah. Minus 20% damage for the rest of the run for Goji, and still has half of phase 2 to go.
Not a huge deal with the watches. Could have been worse, but yeah, the death is certainly not good. And maybe gives Tyler a little bit of room here.
A little bit of room to try and get third place. Come out of here a few
Yeah,
dollars
I
richer.
think it's still gonna be hard because Goji is just further in the fight. They both have one death.
Oh, you know
And
what
I
this
think-
is? This is up to count to denied bonus. Because Kei getting in first here, the fastest real time for rolling pots, right? Barely, almost a sub 30 run. I think it's gonna be 30 minutes and 4 seconds.
Cat has a lot of damage now though. With that scorpion,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's actually not crazy. Now
It's
I'm
not.
looking at it. It'll
It's
get
not. I mean,
better.
it's gonna get better, and right, those bands aren't really gonna mean a lot. Having
Yeah,
two
here we go, here we
crowbars,
go.
having that capacitor is gonna. It's mostly just for phase 2. And 30 minutes and 4 seconds is the time for Kei. We'll go ahead and bring him in now. Congratulate.
I wonder, is Cap holding on to his charges? Oh, never mind. He
Alright.
had some extra, but then he lost the fuel cells.
Ah, I see.
Thought maybe he was saving him for phase 2 or something. But okay, let's get Kay in here.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Hey,
Yo,
No.
you got first
you
place.
crushed it,
The first.
and maybe bonus points. We'll see.
Oh my. Okay,
Oh,
that
that would be
void band
cool.
actually did a lot
I
of
would
damage
like
on
that.
Cap's screen.
I was very not sure about that run.
You're the
Yeah.
only one that grabbed bands.
You grabbed bands
What?
after firmly
faster,
man.
denying that bands would increase speed on that Ackward run. Went
Yeah.
for the fire and ice band, rolled pots, did it really fast. Right, more bands did appear throughout the run, so it might have not felt like the best play, but just
Yeah.
made stage 3, stage 4 so much easier. And I mean, the whole run.
Okay. No,
as a
I
whole.
was mainly stage 2. When I left, I saw like suddenly 4 small chests and a void cradle at the end of the stage. Stage 3, when I left, I saw a void cradle when I left the stage. In stage 4, I didn't have enough money for the large damage chest, so I was like, I could be missing some really good items here.
Yeah, the
You
void
didn't
cradles
really miss
on,
much.
on stage 3, I think was a Wungus. And then there was a safer
Yeah.
spaces on stage 2.
No, that was another thing.
Um,
And
You did
What-
miss.
very
Needle
end of the
Tech
stage.
on stage 2 as
There-
well.
There's an APR printer on stage 5. You missed.
Okay. Yeah, been looking cool. But I guess not needed, huh?
But you made up for that a little bit. You got like 2 watches at the end there, right before you left.
That was crazy lucky, man.
Goji
That just
not
made-
able to
that
land
made
the
fight
phase
a lot
4 skip.
faster, I think.
Yeah, you're the only one that got bans, which I thought was really surprising because in the last
Same.
loadout it was Goji and Cap, and you didn't.
Yeah,
I figured it would just
get
be a repeat.
There
but
was no free button to roll. You had to like actually
yeah,
get the thing there. And I know that kick flipping up the slope is not like the easiest thing. but
yeah.
I'm quite confident
it
in it, so I thought I'd go for it, and it worked. So
It was definitely worth. I mean, by that point you already had 2 fuel cells and a capacitor.
yeah. I was actually like, I didn't want the capacitor because I felt like the wings were decently hidden on stage 1. So I felt like I had that over other people. But capacitors just even it out again.
Yeah,
But
everyone
I
got
won, so-
capacity. I think
Yeah.
3 people did final wins.
Looks
Tyler
like bonus
missed it.
points, no? Cap has only like 30 more seconds to finish entire phase 4.
And Cap is only
Damn.
halfway done
phase
phase
3 and
3.
phase 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't have fire bait
Oh,
for,
I needed
for
that.
landing that.
Yeah, I think
Needed
you're
what?
looking pretty good for the finals here.
Woo! Okay.
And Goji.
But if
oh,
Cap gets
so
second,
sad.
then Goji still has a big issue if Cap gets second.
Yeah, Goji was looking at second here, but +5.
Yeah, having that death, TyLore having taken the death in stage 5 as well, almost looked like TyLore was able to take off a point from Goji, but just such a little bit more of a faster fight for Goji. And is going to be able to still at least get in third. We'll see. Cap is still doing pretty fine. Right, how's that Scorpion? Has 2 watches.
Yeah,
That was a
Cap got
Scorpion.
banded. It wasn't from the soup. He lost both of his
Whew.
fuel cells. But it didn't
Man,
really matter
poor
because
Goji.
he was banded.
I would have liked if Goji got second here, so the last loadout is like interesting between the two. Now Goji is like 3 points behind Cap, right?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll
So
see.
essentially
We'll
Cap
see.
has to get last, or Goji has
We'll
to get
see.
bonus
Cap
points.
Even Cap getting
Is
first and second is not good for Goji.
okay. Cap's safe. The void band's out. Will not die.
So
And there it is. Yeah, so it's gonna look
Congrats
like
on the bonus
thank you. I needed that again.
yeah, bonus point
Makes
for
last one
K
so much more chill to play.
as a 39.57. It's in for Goji. We'll go ahead and pull
Okay.
them in now. Yo,
Hey.
Goj.
Yo.
So it looks like you're going to be getting in third place here, unless Cap finds a way to die charging the
That's what I
ship.
figured.
Did Cap do the invincibility tech?
I'm not sure.
He's not going to die.
Yeah, so despite
Yeah.
the death that you ended up taking, TyLore died on stage 5 and was just about a minute slower than you. A little over. So was
that
able
doesn't
to-
matter.
I mean, it gives you a
Phase
chance,
two.
otherwise you would be eliminated like right now.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. But I've got to beat Cap at loader now, so like.
You
can
gotta get bonus
probably.
points as well. Or Cap has to
Yeah.
get last and you first, which, you know.
The issue with the fast loadout like loader as well is if you're guaranteed that you need to just upset bonus points, you just get like
Yeah.
a 28-minute run, and then
I mean, the best case, the only real chance is like Cap dying.
yeah, but Cap knows it. He has to just deny bonus points, so he just gets to play super safe this round. Kind of guarantees the win.
We'll
Does,
see.
yeah,
I mean,
but
anything could happen.
I believe in
Nothing's
you,
a
man.
guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee.
But would get a 17-minute run, and that would be enough for bonus points.
Yeah, that'd be a PB, man.
I come on, when if not now, dude.
True.
I believe in you.
Thank you, bro.
But Cap gonna
How you
finish
doing,
up
Ty?
now. Looking to be about a 37-12? Maybe 11 for Cap. 37-12, there it is.
Yeah, that's second.
There it is. Sometimes it pays to not die. Go ahead and pull him in. Yo.
Hey, what
So
up?
37-12, didn't die, ended up taking Void Band. There was a lot of other bands found throughout the run. I think Rusted Lockbox, TyLore missed the Void Cradle on stage 1, but
Yeah, Lockbox was actually the play.
yeah, it was good. It got a nice
What was
band.
it? Oh, okay.
And then that with
That's pretty good.
a fuel cell on stage 1, a fuel cell stage 2, and then another fuel cell at some point. TyLore had a really good setup, but
So what I get?
you got in second place because
Okay.
you didn't die.
And Tyler
Sorry.
got first?
No, TyLore got.
No, I got first.
Last
Why the hell are
K
we
got-
talking about Tyler then?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, I was just talking about the
They
other
really
bands, and
don't
Tyler
want to
didn't.
tell you,
Tyler didn't roll pots. K rolled pots and almost got a sub 30. So,
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't want to
Not
spend time rolling
yeah.
pots, but
But you rolled pot? Who rolled pots? What?
I did, man.
Okay.
you,
Oh,
And
man.
I'm
We roll.
surprised that
it
you
was
guys
huge.
didn't.
I'm surprised. Yeah, Mercenary.
Yeah.
This Mercenary loadout damage.
With
We
a
got bins.
capacitor and a fuel cell. There's even another
I had
fuel
like
cell in
I had
stage 1.
2
that I
fuel
think
cells
is
at that
nice,
point. Like,
But yeah,
It was huge. Some crowbars in there
it's
too.
kind of the opposite of the acrid.
Wait, did I come in last?
you did.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Just checking.
It was close though.
Um,
You were like a minute behind Goji.
Oh, real time
at
or?
least not.
Both. Both hand of death.
Oh, we both died. Okay.
is TP5
So-
rough for everyone again?
No,
I guess not for
I-
K.
Not for K.
I mean, I didn't have
I
AoE,
died.
but it wasn't rough, you know.
You just run in a circle and you're fine in the TP.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I ended up doing
Like,
that.
I didn't even kill half of the enemies. I was just like, oh, I can just run in a circle and leave.
So
It
K
was the
got bonus
Blazing Elder
points
that I needed to kill.
Oh, yeah, I killed that first.
and is
Yeah,
up
for
to
the first.
11. Cap is at 9 points.
Well,
Goji,
K
you're at
and
6.
Tyler.
So
You guys
What
gotta play
needs to
fast,
happen?
Cap. You gotta play slow.
is that Cap? As long as Cap gets 1. Oh, let's see. I mean,
I'm not going.
yeah, Goji needs to get at least 3 points more than Cap in order to
I'm-
go to a
I'm
tiebreaker.
guaranteed it. I'm guaranteed a tiebreaker, right? If Goji gets 5 bonus points, and I get last.
Oh,
like 2
if
bonus
K
points
gets
and
in
5 points.
last,
Okay,
Goji
so all I
gets
have
2
to do is not
bonus,
get in
and then
last.
Cap gets in second.
get last
Tyler in
For
third.
both of us, pretty much.
Come on, there's Tyler near into loader.
Ooh,
I'm sorry,
You
Tyler,
can
but
do it to him.
Me, loader.
Tyler
No,
with
we
the
don't mix.
upset.
You know what? Have
you
fun
could
with
you
it.
could you could pull a Karn and then DNF stage 1. That would be cool for me.
You guys could all do that, actually.
See,
Just saying, like, I wouldn't mind.
All right,
this is the
man.
chance to pull off an upset. The good news is that since all of you are in the semifinals, you all pretty much get at least $20. So that's kind of cool.
Oh,
Yes.
That's like half
Can
a
I-
tank
can
of
I
gas.
pay
That's
the-
pretty good.
It's not money to
mean,
buy a sandwich.
Can I pay
No,
the
I don't, maybe.
electricity that I spent on hosting Nick with that? Or
Yes.
I'm not sure
There
if
you
that's
go.
enough actually.
What
Like
kind of
$1 an hour, man.
what kind of PC you running?
Man,
Just use
I
take
am
your
like,
laptop.
It's not just the PC, dude. I
Take
have
your
to-
laptop,
in this
walk
room,
over
the
to a
AC has
public-
to run.
Walk to a public cafe, plug in your laptop, and just be like, all right. Go back
Yeah,
home
then
with the full charge.
Like every hour, I automatically get locked out of the Wi-Fi. Let's do that, yeah. Oh, man.
All right. We got loaders still. It's Thunder Slam, but it's still Charged Gauntlet, so it's going to be a pretty good one. You know, there's still a lot up in the air.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. Do your best, and may the fastest advance. Good luck, Goji, and
Good luck, guys.
good luck to everyone.
Better be
Good luck.
advanced for stage 5. I'm gonna be there at 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Live. I'm your gamer host. I'm gonna be casting this one here. Here we
I'm
go.
back.
Oh, just in time.
Apologies.
So we've got Loader, Titanic Plains Stage 1, no Aqueduct this time around. Stages are pretty easy otherwise. We see Scorched Acres, we see Abyssal Depths. How would you say this run's gonna go from what you've seen? I know you do a lot of the both the racing and
Loud.
the watching over at Risk of Resources Loud. All right.
Yeah.
So there is good news. We have I essentially forced them to use this mod. It's called the Underslam mod. It reduces the volume significantly on Thunderslam, which I kind of wish the mod just fixed all of Loader's audio, because for some odd reason in the Devotion update, they just made her quiet. Like all of the noise was absorbed into the Thunderslam. I don't even know how you do that, but they found a way.
Yeah. It's astounding. To answer your question, though, I think I don't know. I think Cap is pretty favored here.
Well, a lot of what we're
Cap
gonna
is
see
so much loader.
regarding Cap is this stage 1, I think, is gonna be like half the run right here. It's so easy to die from a Vagrant if you just mess up. And Goji needs to be careful. Goji needs to run away right now, needs to use his teleporter spike. If this fails, successful, but it's down to 40 health. Has the Vagrant down to 23 health? It's not about to level up. Every second counts though. Right, and Goji's now forced to be outside of the TP bounds. We'll get a single slam, finishes off the Vagrant, and gets a Genesis loop. Which might come in handy with these Wisps, shoot them in about 1 second.
Yeah. We've seen some good plays with Loop in the past. It is a very dangerous item to use, but it can be really good. Or it can kill ice enemies and rocket you off a cliff on Sulfur Pools. That can happen too.
Yeah. Man, I really gotta kind of feel bad for TyLore in that. Right, just so early on, had that death happen, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's been a lot of what he's seen today. But this is TyLore's chance to kind of mess with people, right? Not really playing for much anymore, just playing for, I think, some future mental, right? For future tournaments and future just races, right? This was like one of the larger races, the larger racing events that Gauntlet has had in its existence, and at least being able to have one good loadout, especially against racers like like Goji and Cap. Even Kei is okay with loader. Right, to be able to score some points, TyLore, who isn't super confident there, right? This is a chance. Right, just walk in with low expectations, but try to do what you can. As for some of the other racers, for Goji, right, needs 3 points more than Cap to pull something off. So normally, right, you kind of play for the I hope my opponent messes up, and if they don't, that just is what it is. Kind of seems that way as Cap was the first one to leave, but misses a quail.
Missed a quail, but honestly got some pretty good stuff here. Got the pennies, got a healing drone.
Ooh, yeah.
And an APR. That's going to help a lot. Specifically, the pennies is going to be good just for looting in general. I'm not sure how much he's going to loot, though. It is loader. People do like to go fast. We saw like a 3-minute leave there.
Yeah. And just uses the jellyfish,
5
just
items.
has them kind of commit death and just die. Oh, the TP's inside a Void Seed. Look out for that Needle Tick Wisp. Oh, it does 1 damage. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that Needle Tick does 1 damage if it's level 2 or something. Honestly, not that much.
This Beetle Queen is just gonna die.
Oh, yeah. That would suck is if, like, for one of the racers, if they're standing in the wrong position, if the Beetle Queen spawns outside instead of inside. That would be unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, true. Or like if an enemy blocks it.
Yeah. Looks like it's fine on Goji, though. Goji got a good spawn. Goji needs that spawn to be in there. Needs to look out for this brass contraption. Right, no pylon to be able to easily zap this away. Gets hit by the brass contraption. It's not going to do that much damage. Right, only like 2 curse from that, and it's because brass contraptions actually have one of the lowest space damages in the game. Their bell shots, I think, they do 400% damage, but they only hit about as hard as like a beetle hit.
If I'm Cap here, I might try looping. Just go in that Void Seed, take some damage.
But the problem with that, right, you do have the healing drone, but that's going to take a while to get all your health back.
Yeah, you're playing with fire by doing that, but it will easily clear the Void Seed. And the nice thing about like the Void Zones is you can very easily control exactly how much damage you're going to take.
That's true. What I'm thinking, though, is look at all the Void Cradles in there. There's at least the 1, right? And you want to be able to open that almost immediately.
You want to be able to open them, but, you know, they have to still charge Teleporter, and they're
True.
going to be in that area. So there's time to do that.
Oh, and looks like a jellyfish gets infested. Don't want to get hit by... No, actually, jellies actually don't do much either. Finishes off. If you open up something now, actually, you just kind of gleep everything. But which you kind of don't want that to happen, right? Because you want those pennies. Right, it's all about items
Mhm.
per minute. If you gloop, you kill all the wisps. But I guess Camp doesn't care at that point. So once
Well,
to take out
more
the
will
infestor.
probably spawn. I think
Yeah.
clearing the void seed there is the most important thing. Just
Fair.
start charging.
Right, still has plenty of time inside that TP. He's gonna have plenty of health, I'm assuming, for that.
Oh yeah, and it's loader too, so you can get some barrier up.
Yeah, get barrier, and I think it's she has like 240% faster health regen than the normal survivors.
Mhm.
I think it's
That's
her and
true.
Acrid,
Yeah,
which just kind of makes them like giga tanks. You don't really respect the 2.4 health per second, or I guess it's like 1.4 on Eclipse because of half health regen. But when you start doing Gauntlet and you start speedrunning, you really notice it. It's essentially like a
Yeah.
free slug. Or like a free neural.
when you have no
in a sense.
healing,
Yeah.
Goji going for the opal there instead of the speed and the potential. I think that's the right call. Gives you a little bit of leeway during Mithrix.
Yeah, the only thing that speed really does for you if you're loader is it helps you during pizza run because you don't always have your punches ready, right? It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
you have
it
a little
is-
bit more control over that, but
It's a little bit more damage too. Not a crazy amount, but
isn't it
it
just
helps with
like
momentum.
2% or something like that?
I have no idea what the percentage
I think
is.
it's like negligible or something. The backup mag picked up on K doesn't have
I
the opal, but
believe
has
that.
2 magazines.
Yeah, the backup mag makes sense there too.
Yeah. Right, they're all
That's
good options.
better
I would
than the-
probably take
in
the
terms of
magazine if
mobility.
I had none. If I had 1 mag, I don't like to go for 2 because you can pretty much pull off most movements in the game with 1.
I don't know. I think opal is really smart. +5s on loader are really common on Mithrix just because people play really quick and they get up in his face.
Yeah, and you kind of have to,
And-
right?
Yeah, I think probably most of the +5s. Maybe that's a little bit much. I have nothing to back that up. But from what I've seen, most +5s on loader are from the fight.
Jeez. A little bit of pennies farmed on Cap. Finishes off that Templar. K, meanwhile, opting to go for a Blood Shrine for help or money.
We got a
It's...
Grove Tender.
Yeah, look at that for Goji. Goji, who needs to go fast, right? The other racers haven't activated that TP yet. Goji just needs to hit TP and hope that the items are good. Right? Because you got to get 3 points more than Cap. And how are you going to do that? Right? I mean, TyLore's a little bit behind. In some ways, like, you got to just rely on the other racers. ATG, there you go. That's a start. ATG, there's a ukulele. Maybe there's a polyloot down the line. You don't know that, but sometimes you can hope. Abyssal Depths is stage 4, and well, that stage is notorious for having void seeds. Whenever it gets that cave in, there's 560 credits. You always have one.
K going for the missiles there instead of the question mark. I think that's interesting. I guess like the auto target really helps with wisps and stuff.
That is true. There's not really much anti-air that the racers have outside of the ukulele at this point. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
thinking about stage 5. Maybe it saw a equipment drone as well.
Huh.
Has to spend some time outside the TP as a Templar spawns in.
Yeah, Cap I think dealt with that before the TP even began.
Yeah. And we were talking earlier about, like, yeah, you can kind of go at a relaxed pace if you're Cap, right? And get like a 28 and maybe win. Sometimes 24, 25 minutes is still 3rd or 4th place with this survivor. So you still kind of have to push it in a way.
Oh, wait a minute. Goji is ahead now.
Yeah, did the TP right out the gate. Didn't really farm for much at the start of the stage, but didn't really need to. Look at these items. Gets a feather. That's good. Sees a damage chest. Opens that up. Gets a focus crystal. That with double opal has ATG. Doesn't have any backup mags, which is a little but does find ukulele too.
Okay. There's your AoE.
Yeah, I mean, 1 uke, you don't really notice, like, when you look at the stats for stacking uke being that much. See this Templar, though. I almost wonder, do you try and penny farm for that extra crowbar? Maybe. But when
Uh,
you're trying to win and get first place and maybe go for a bonus point, you gotta go.
A crowbar, I think, might be a time save though. Okay, so on loader, you want to
there it is.
be at the point where you can one shot the ads in phase 2. If you can get to that point, you're cooking. And crowbar really helps with that.
Yeah.
Phase 2 can be a big slowdown.
Well, Cap doesn't really agree. Cap goes for a slug. Still just going for save options, I guess. Just trying to play it quick or quick and safe. Grabs a slug.
He does have the HUD.
Yeah. Right, Goji doesn't have that. Still is just relying on that natural loader regen, which is still good. Right? It's like a normal survivor with a free knurl. That's what a loader is.
Mm-hmm. A lot of APRs here. Goji, first one to stage 4, but Cap is right behind.
Yeah, look at that. Again, it is really just a big race between these two. Obviously, we also know about Kei, which Kei doesn't really have too much to worry about. Can't be eliminated from this loadout. Right? Did what he needed to do. And now it's just... Don't +5 a million times, because if Kei gets in 4th place, that opens up room for the potential nightmare scenario. And there's a needle tick from a Lemurian that's might be death for Kei.
Goji.
Down to 18 health. Goji took a death,
Goji,
though.
no.
No.
Punched right into that Lemurian as it was shooting.
Right in the head.
Like 50 prolapses.
Yeah. That's not going to feel good in the morning. And now with that death, just knows it's pretty much over. I mean...
Yeah.
Cap could die too. There is a Void Seed inside a TP. It's happened
There
twice
is.
today. Or twice this loadout.
Yeah. Hate when that happens. Everyone has to deal with it though.
Kei's about to die. Cap's chilling so far, but has 17 Void enemies still alive. Hasn't even has activated TP. And when you activate the TP, double collapse for Kei, takes a death. Is smiling, but death number 2 for Goji. I mean, just the amount of time that Cap now has, you could just play this. You could essentially full loot with these pennies and just win.
We'll see how he deals with it though. There are so many. It's a double Void Seed.
Yeah.
There's 12 monsters left.
And
a lot of which are Lemurians.
And in a way, I was thinking this Void Seed is a really good opportunity for some of these racers behind to catch up, right? When you have these Void Seeds, deaths happen all the time. If you play this slow and safe and hope for a death, right, with 12, 16, 17 Void enemies alive, 20 down on TyLore, you don't have Pylon. If there's a Pylon, you get rid of all the little bubbles and it's easy. But there's no bubbles today. Or bubble breaking, right? And there's a watch gone for TyLore. Not dead. Right, TyLore again, not really playing for much, just playing for future mental, playing for fun, trying to get some loader in.
Ooh. And the ban from the teleporter.
We're gonna see a lot of gloops.
We are. Kei done with the Void Seed.
You know what else this Void Seed does? This Void Seed, as Goji takes death number 3, it's pretty much over for Goji. That's it right there. But this Void Seed, if you don't die at all, right, if you play it like Cap, this adds a lot of time. Which could make the Mithrix fight a little bit more tough, as opposed to the normal speedrun. I mean, there is that Ice Band, so I think it's not that big a deal, honestly. But just what a stage. As another death... Nope, doesn't happen. It was just from a brass contraption. But from that Elder, that will kill TyLore, and that's going to be death number 1 for Ty. Lived?
Okay, so... Basically, Cap is looking really good right now, which is horrible news for Goji.
Goji had 3 deaths. With the 1, it was still technically doable. Right? I mean, Cap could still technically die. But
I don't want to get people's hopes up. I think the likelihood of that happening is extremely low. Tiebreak is a lot cheaper though. I don't know.
Seems to be chilling on that.
There's one left.
Cap is chilling. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a really scary situation. I'm not sure what Cap's feeling right now. He's probably still feeling pretty chill, if I'm being honest. Probably knows that maybe some of the other racers who are a little bit more desperate are gonna go head first into that with this loadout. Has seen this before, and it's just playing safe.
Kei gets a rejuve rack.
Oh. Watch broken. Took a little too much damage. That's fine. The void seeds collapse, and from all the
Finally.
situations, right, has it the easy or had it the easiest. I mean, TyLore hasn't even activated TP yet. It's opting to finish off the void seed before even starting. And
One watch is not a huge deal.
yeah,
And it probably makes you a little bit more confident using Gloop.
that's
at that
step number
point.
4 for Goji. Right, with every death, just having to play a little bit more frantically, and with each bit of less care taken, the odds of dying is just more. If that was able to be done, if stage 4 was able to be completed without dying, would have gotten another ATG. ATG and Ice Band, I mean, these TP items are really good. It's just, man.
Wait, Ty didn't die.
I did not die, but did now.
Oh no. Ah, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what's up, but
Gotta
Warhorn
love that.
found on Cap. There's a large chest,
That
opens it
Gloop
up,
watch.
gets a Will-O-Wisp.
Anti-synergy. Okay, well, I mean, Ty can still get points.
Ty's gonna have a lot easier of a TP fight, gloops, and kills the boss instantly. Ty
Oh,
can
yeah,
still
with the
get
crit
points. Yeah,
Using
and
the
Ty had
hot
the
loop.
easiest TP fight right there. I mean, it's now just the game where you run around in circles, and
Yeah,
you
now has a band.
you charge the TP. It's a little bit of health. Needs to be careful and look out for rocks from above. Here come the elders. So, you know, there's still a chance for TyLore to get second place here. Just from playing it a little bit safe. Did take that one death, unfortunately. Which, man, I feel like every time someone dies, it's like right before when you're dealing with Void Seed, when you're dealing with a teleport, it's when you're at like 99% or just one enemy left in that seed, and then something kind of sneaks up behind.
Mm-hmm.
Goji and Kei on the moon at the same time. Kei with 1 death, Goji with 4.
Cap destroyed that grandparent.
ATG comes out.
Picking up the
That
second
Souls
ATG.
is dead as well. Nope, not quite dead. We're going to see the loader grapple tech be done on Kei. Has grappled the bridge. Is going to now punch over in order to slam down. It's going to release. Oh, messes up. Let's see about Goji. Goji grapples. Hold shift. Goes up. Let's see it. Take 2. Or, no, take 1 for Goji. Messes up. Take 2 for Kei. Kei gets it. Second try. Without pylon, this is really good.
Went a weird direction though. It was
Oh,
not optimal.
nope. Is it salvageable?
And now it's getting kind of scary for Goji because all of the enemies are like right on top of the spawn point up there. Looks like Goji is checking suit. I mean, at this point, he might as well. Oh,
It's
never mind.
Just going up, just at
doing a normal
at an
suit.
angle towards that. Not really any time to go for that. He's living off a prayer at this point as Cap is almost done with the stage 5 TP. Is a couple minutes slower in terms of where he's at, but I mean, while sometimes when people go fast on this loadout, they go super fast and win at 24 minutes, doesn't seem to be the case this time. Cap's gonna be able to win this with like a 25 or 26.
Yep. Which in a gauntlet
And there's
run-
Polyloot. There was Polyloot from the encrusted key.
Oh.
Was
Didn't
able to
find the
find it.
other uke earlier, but that's okay. A-okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why Cap is still looting, to be honest. I think
is
Cap should just
probably
go.
thinking about needing to play safe, but like, you know, the tortoise in the hare, you got to go at some point. I think
Yeah,
playing
well,
safe,
Cap-
playing it easy is nice, but this
Okay,
is
here-
loader. You can
Here we go.
like, what is there that Cap
Oh,
needs?
never mind. Yeah, there's nothing. Cap is gonna have a really easy fight no matter what. Okay, crowbar actually might be.
Yeah, I
good.
mean, those pickups though, as much as we're
Never mind.
like telling Cap to go, I mean, getting a wax
That
quail
was, like,
is
the
gonna
one
make
thing.
pizza. Yeah, quail's gonna make pizza so much easier. It's gonna make movement, dealing with ads, and everything when you don't have your grapples up. It's so much easier.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, gets a little bit of quail
Oh,
speed
he's
in
trying
that.
a new.
Yeah, look at that. Making good use of it.
Interesting.
All right, here. Let's rate. Oh, as K is about to die. No, is using the gloop. Is gonna get all these. Oh, nice. Gets a lot of the wisps. Look at that loader
broke
movement though
wash,
on
though.
Cap.
Yeah, I know. Cap is sick at loader.
It's so good. Already had the charge punch ready as well. This is just muscle memory for
It's
Cap
not
in
gonna
this
mess
fight.
this
Look
one
at
up.
that. Does not mess it up. Perfect
Yep.
angles in the arena. And while we were talking all about Cap going slow, I mean Cap essentially made up all that time just from
Oh yeah.
having such good
Look at
movement
that.
there. And that's why, you
And-
know, Goji, that's why K, that's why TyLore, even at the start of the race when they were all still in it, were super afraid of Cap in Loadout 4, or Loadout 5 here with Loader.
And Cap has such a great build too.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. 2 ATGs, doesn't have a watch, but who cares? 2 Polyloot, has that Quail, has 2 AP rounds, has the Ice Band.
These were actually some insane TP items.
Goji now even with the 5th death. As if the mental wasn't gone enough.
Loop, 2 ATGs, Ice Band from TPs.
Oh, an accidental all damage on K there. Oopsie. You know, you gotta just still give Goji credit here. I mean, just for staying competitive with the other racers, having won a loadout. I think no, got first, second, third. Hasn't won a loadout
Is this
yet
the
today.
last one?
I think yes, this is the last loadout.
Okay.
But I mean, just still a solid performance by Goji today. You know, we saw them do really good during the last resources race. We saw some progress here, and yes, while being a little bit lucky in order to get that second seed, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of great things from Goji in the future, right? Is a lot new of a racer, and same with TyLore. I think it's interesting, right? We might be seeing TyLore and be like, oh wow, 0 points. TyLore's just so bad, right? It's only now getting Mithrix and everyone else is almost done. I don't know what it is about Loadout 1, but
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it with Faku. Faku had a race against Zinc, Cabbage, I think, and Cap, and got 0 points, 0 points, 0 points, 0 points, and then 2 days ago, beat Zinc in a loadout race.
Yeah. It's a
And-
mental thing.
Yeah, it's just so much of it is mental. So much of it is just this absolute focus that you need to have, and the second that focus is broken, right? It's just suddenly you become a totally different racer. You don't
Ooh.
become the way you normally are when you play this game.
Ty found the polyloot on the moon.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, there was one on stage 5 and I guess on stage 4 as well.
Ty is gonna get some points here.
TyLore has a really good opportunity to be able to get at least 1 point on the board, which I think is... Hey, you know what? Some people sometimes say when they don't get it, it's like, oh man, I don't deserve that, but hey, a point's a point. I would feel much better with one than
Right.
a round number there.
Could have 2. Didn't concede.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and get those times in here.
So- As long as Cap doesn't die, he is looking pretty solid here. And the K is done.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's done. Actually, pretty good. 30 minutes, 27 seconds.
We bring him in.
Yeah, do it.
Hey,
Yo. Okay, you are currently the first finished. As of now, you are in first place. So
well,
Nah,
we'll
it's-
see.
whatever happens.
It's probably gonna be second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, who cares? I win.
you can win even more. Doesn't that feel
I
good?
don't mind. I'm happy with this much, man. It's all good.
You don't have to play Rex.
Yeah, of course I don't. I told you last week this one was a lot easier.
Well, you are going.
Now
to the
was I
finals.
wrong?
You know, I said regardless of the result, I'm gonna bring that
Yeah.
back up. Now it's on me.
Bring it back up.
It's now on me. I have to do it. I am obligated. I'll find a way to fit it in.
Holy.
All
No,
right.
but the actual difference is that I practiced this time. These people are all very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
You bring
and-
Goji in here.
Oh, did you see that phase 4 skip on Cap?
Oh,
Managed
that
to
was
pull off the
clean.
charge
Man,
gauntlet.
I would have gotten that too, but the golem directed
Yeah, the
me
golem.
upwards.
Yeah,
We bring in the Goj.
absolutely.
Hey,
Yo.
Hey,
Hello.
So, interesting stage 4 and stage 2 for
Yeah.
that matter. We had 2 void states inside the TP this run. Everyone struggled that stage. It was tough. Obviously, after a couple deaths there, having to speed stuff up made stuff even more rough. And well, at 5140, it's looking like it's going to be in 4th. You still get 3rd place though, so congratulations for that. That's
I'm sorry, Goji. You played good, I think.
eh,
GG.
thanks. I don't deserve to be farther up. I'm happy with how I placed.
honestly to be in the top 8 is already an achievement on its own. So, congratulations for making it there.
Yeah. I'll win the next league.
There you go. Hey, for being
I'm
in the
not good enough to
semifinals, you
beat
don't
these
even have to
guys,
do
so-
the next league because you just get
well,
automatically invited to the cup. Top 8 advance immediately.
There we go.
So there you
also Zinc. Got eliminated too.
Oh, yeah. Zinc
Yeah, the
just put in
Top
chat.
2.
Me and
Man,
Zinc are
the
equal.
double advancement is just a debuff.
Dude, it kind of like I think isn't a great feeling to like have your first match be against really good players in the playoffs. Like,
That
I mean,
is
I know
very
we do like
Mm.
other races. Like I raced against like TyLore Undisputed in Zombie the other day, so it's like it's not like I'm out of practice, but
Well,
Kinda
what
weird,
happens
like,
is
having your
that
first-
you have so many different, and you see this in all sports with bye weeks. Bye weeks are good, right? It gives you more time to do other things. It gives you a lot less chances to be eliminated. But when a racer gets hot, right, they stay hot usually, and it means like they're able to keep going and kind of build that momentum.
yeah.
And I think we saw that right with Kei, right? Ended up practicing a lot more leading up to this week after kind of getting a wake up call in a ways.
I was gonna say, man, K was not playing hot the other day. He doesn't deserve to be here.
Yeah, Kei, who was
Wow.
one death on that Rex loadout away from being eliminated
Yeah.
All right.
at 300 curse.
But- A good horse only jumps as high as it has to, man.
who was one slice of pizza on the ship away from elimination. Is
Man,
going to be making
seeing-
it to the finals.
Great horse
I don't
doesn't
know,
have to
man.
play a tiebreaker on him.
Yeah, is Captain here?
Seeing Zinc being eliminated,
Captain.
kinda is
Yeah,
like,
good Captain here.
now it's $300, so I kind of like.
Yo, Cap, what up? Sorry,
Hey.
you got in first place and you're
What up?
advancing, so congratulations.
Cool. Awesome.
Nice job, Cap.
You're second overall because you're bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't care. At least I'm not Zinc.
I don't care either. That's
Okay. When you get the random message of it's time to go to Grandpa Origin's house, here's your rug mouse pad, and they pull out like
Yeah.
the Dell Optiplex from the basement. Here we go. Let's
Yeah, I'm just here in
balance this thing
Cope. I
out.
don't know. I'm in the finals.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you did a bad job. I'm saying congratulations. You win, and you
Thank
did
you.
really good.
You guys see the phase 4 skip?
Yes,
Yes,
that was insane.
Oh, yeah.
That was really sick. And let's
That was
not
a good way
just
to end
let's
it.
just not say, look at that phase 4 skip. Look at that loader movement leading up to the arena. Like,
Yeah.
right, use that wax quail even to kind of get that little boost around the teleport. Let's
Yeah.
bring TyLore in here.
Yo, Tyler got a point.
Yo.
That's the ROW of this loadout.
Can I see your time real quick, Tyler? I didn't get it.
36-13.
36-13? Alright. So you got in 3rd place. Congratulations.
I refuse to believe it.
You get a point.
Nice. Stop the goose.
Tyler, you got a point.
Yeah.
Of the
nice
goji.
job. Yeah.
Hey, you know
Who
what?
came in last, and why did they come in last?
Man, I don't want to talk about it.
Goji.
Was it stage 4? Okay, let's talk about the stage 4. What
Yeah.
the hell was that?
Okay, yeah.
So it's double void steed, right? You could just hear
That
Waxy's
was
voice.
crazy.
and-
Literally, I
happened
could hear
twice in that
Waxy's
run.
voice. Yeah.
It happened to you guys on stage 2 as well.
The thing is, the stage 2 one was chill. The
Yeah,
stage
that
4 one
wasn't
was,
bad.
dude, that was one of the like. It's like sometimes you get put into situations with your brain where it's like, solve this problem, and there's like 10 variables, and you're like, man, I don't even speak this language. Like,
Dude, I was stun locked for that entire stage. I was just fucking dumbfounded by
Yeah.
what was in front of us there.
But what was nice though, Cap, is that
Oh my
your solution was, well, I have to lose by 3 points. I'm sure you assumed if you just that some of the other racers maybe are just gonna try and plow through 17 void enemies, which didn't end well. I think everyone except for you died on stage 4, just from
Oh,
taking
really?
it safe. Yeah,
Jeez.
I mean you finished 3rd real time, but just from playing it safe. Right? Yeah, on stage 5 you looted up a lot, which, you know, the speeder and I were like, man, why is this guy looting so much? And then suddenly there's a poly loot, there was a quail, there was a crowbar, right? Some really good items.
Yeah, I saw that quail on spawn. So I wanted that, and the void key I saw on the way, so that was the only reason I left.
Teleporter drops were insane.
Oh yeah. I mean, Ice Band stage
got
4,
the band
ATG
band.
stage 5.
2 ATGs, I
And
think.
the gloop.
Yeah.
Actually, the gloop kind of
The gloop was nice.
The gloop
Yeah.
on stage 4,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Carried.
You're
them.
gonna want to watch this back.
Oh, stage
All you
4
can
is
see
fun,
is
yeah.
just, it's a thunderstorm of just gloop after gloop on all 4 screens.
Yeah, what
So-
a wild loader.
What a
was-
way to finish it off here.
It was
in the
definitely not a
semifinals.
loader to get double bonus points on Goji. I felt sorry
Yeah.
when we entered that stage 4.
I mean, if everyone else died a couple times, you just kind of...
Yeah, I guess, but Cap and I know we just have to play safe. And that stage 4
Yeah.
just means Goji can't even win by going like crazy fast.
Yeah, you just can't
'cause
push
I had
it
to play
on that
aggressive.
stage.
I had to play aggressive and like hope that I could just get through that faster than other people.
Yeah, then when
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
elder got you like right out the gate, it's like, man, this is...
I think I spent like 7 minutes on that stage. Like that's wild on
I-
loader.
That is pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, seeing
Yeah.
first place, seeing the 2840, and it's like, how did that happen with these items? Well,
This time I had double void seed on that stage. A void enemy got stuck inside the wall, and the teleporter is in the void seed. So it's like, what the heck am I supposed to do?
that was like 2
Yeah.
weeks ago, wasn't it?
Cry.
I think that was on the race on the Risk of Resources race on Thursday or Friday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, not even a week ago. Remember something about that.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, here's the final standings. We'll go ahead and get them up now. Kei, you are advancing with... Oh god, do I have to look at the times again? Oh yeah, 13 points.
Holy.
Cap, you're in 2nd place with 12 points, so only one behind. Goji, you come in 3rd place with 6, and Tyler, you got a point. So congratulations to everyone.
point.
Everyone earns money. After the season's over, I will reach out to you on how you want to obtain that. Don't worry, it's not going to be Bitcoin. I'm not cabbage.
Oh, thank God.
Alright. GG's.
GG. I got to do
GG's.
What a race.
some
Nice-
stuff,
Nice
but
job, guys. Good luck in finals.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
yeah, good to have all you on.
It's free $300 actually. And I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Faku's gonna diff you.
It depends who
Baku?
wins Loadout 1, I
Man.
swear.
That guy wins like 1 in 10 scrims against me.
And then a race
Nah,
happens.
he's the
Yeah,
god.
and then a race
Slayer.
happens maybe. He did beat Zing. That's kind of crazy. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Talk
see.
about the Zing guy. Where is he actually?
I don't know.
Messed up, man.
Where is like place
Too
5?
soon. Too soon.
Alright, I'm gonna kick y'all out. Go banter somewhere else. I'm gonna finish stuff up and maybe we'll join. See ya.
Thanks,
All right,
host.
GG's.
Yeah,